Rooftop Sports welcomes you to a special presentation of the National Football League. And good evening, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports. Here along my friend, we got the Epic C Films, and looks like he just pooped out for just a few moments. I hope he comes back at some certain time. But yes, as you can tell, I'm not home right now because hashtag don't quit your day job. But until then, we got our buddy Epic C Films to keep us company. Epic C Films, how are you doing right now?
I am doing great. Yes, I'm doing good.
Yeah, we got the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I am very excited to cover this game as I am covering a quarterback who used to play for my beloved Cleveland Browns, but unfortunately the Browns did get rid of him. He helped lead the Buccaneers to the playoffs. And Epic C Films, how do you feel about this game, and who do you think had the advantage today?
So, so one of the things I think is I think the Eagles have the advantage, and it's like I don't think weather is going to play a factor. I think what's going to be a big deal is that the Eagles are going to get over their hump of their slump that they've had. I think that Tampa Bay just had a mixed season this year. I don't think Baker Mayfield is the star that people. He's never really been the star, and I think he's gonna maybe struggle today more than people think. I think Jalen Hurts is gonna have a better game.
Wouldn't you account to the fact that the Eagles have been banged up throughout the entire season? Well, other than but mostly in the second half. But would you account that the injuries and just the bad momentum going into the playoffs could be a factor against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
So injuries can be a factor in the game, but see, the one thing you have to believe in is the next man up. If your team is good, the next player up will survive and play really good. Look at the Cleveland Browns this year. They ended up having to change quarterbacks multiple times and ended up still winning and making the playoffs. That's a big feat. Yes, you might not win it all, but it happens sometimes where like the next player up is good enough to survive. That's something I've learned is that you can't always count on a team just because of injuries, because the next player up could be just as good or better than the current player.
Gotcha. Well, I guess we'll see. But I just want to, and well, first keep us updated on when the game starts because obviously I'm not in the best position right now to cover a game, but I will be there in about approximately 18 minutes to be part of that play-by-play. And until then, Epic C Films is going to cover for the game.
Yes, and we're just about. So they just had the
Well,
kickoff,
first off,
and
has the game
now
started yet?
the game just started, and they just had kickoff, and the Buccaneers have the ball to start. Baker Mayfield is now getting ready to basically conduct his offense for the first time
All right.
tonight.
Excellent. So in the meantime, Epic C Films will be covering the play-by-play for at least for the next 18
Yes.
minutes, and then I'll be back for it.
And Baker Mayfield just had a incomplete pass. He threw it to the out of bounds, and it is 2nd and 10. Okay, Baker Mayfield's lined up here. He's going for another pass, and it is caught by number 88. And that is a first down. Okay. And the first down on the game is done by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay. They just got out of the huddle. Tampa Bay Buccaneers just got out of the huddle. They're setting up for the next play. Okay, Baker Mayfield fakes a handoff, and then he throws the ball, and it's caught, and they're down to the 40-yard line. They just passed the 50-yard line and down to the 40-yard line.
How many yards do you think it went?
That play went like, I don't know, 40. That went 25 yards, I think the pass was.
Nice pass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're at the 40 and it went to the other 40, and he went back 5 yards to throw it. Yeah. Okay, he hands the ball off for a run, and the player gets really close to the 30-yard line, but no first down on that one. Okay, Baker Mayfield goes for another goes for a handoff, and they get the first down. So he hands off to his running back and gets the first down. So it's three first. That's yep, 3 first downs they've gotten. So that's good. So it's 1st and 10 again. They're at the 18-yard line. It looks like. Oh, they're at the 26-yard line. Now the guy's running, and now they're at the 20-yard line, and it's not a first down yet. It's 2nd and about 2. 2nd and 3, actually. Mm-hmm. And that was number 1 with the big run. And he's getting right up in that guy's grill, that Eagles player. Okay, Baker Mayfield's going back for the pass. He passes it, and it's incomplete to number 88. I think that's one of his favorite receivers. It looks like this 88 guy.
Must be the tight end. Was it a tight end?
I think it's tight end, yeah.
He was a big guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's Odo. Oten? It's Oten. That's the guy's name, Oten. Hmm. Okay, Baker Mayfield's going for the pass. He passes it to number 1. Number 1 gets stopped, but then he gets around it, and he still pushes forward, and it looks like it's close to the first down. Are they going to give it to him? Let's see. And that was no. And they gave him the first down. Hey, Baker Mayfield's going back. He's scrambling around. He's running. He slid it to about the 9-yard line. So they marked the ball at the 11-yard line, and it's 2nd and 3rd. Baker Mayfield's going for another pass. He passes it, and the guy does not get it. Number 88, Oten. Incomplete pass. Baker Mayfield's 3 of 6 tonight for passes. Okay. This is 3rd and 3. He's going for the pass. And incomplete. He overthrew the receiver. He was going for number 10. And now it's 4th and 3. Looks like they're going to bring out the field goal team. So here comes a field goal try. It's 4th and 3. This guy is Chase McLaughlin. Made
Chase McLaughlin.
Oh, McLaughlin. Okay. 28-yard attempt. Let's see if they can make the 28-yard attempt. Yep. Their jersey number is number 4. The kick, and it is good. It was still in there. It was off to the right, but it was still in. Mm-hmm. So that was about 16 minutes in. We had the first score, which is 3-0. Tampa Bay scores first. Mm-hmm.
Are they on commercial break now?
Yep, commercial break is where they're at.
All right, and now I'm going to play a commercial for you guys. It is brought to you by Modern Exterior Solutions.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And thank you for watching that. And if you are interested, give this man a call at 206-992-4465, 206-992-4465, and use the promo code Modern Rooftop to get 20% off of your first service. And also, in case you haven't noticed yet, our friend Hannah is also have joined us as the moderator, and I just want to give her a huge shout out for being there for me for the Asian Cup between South Korea and Bahrain at 3:30 in the morning. I can't believe I actually did that. Like, is anyone else in shock that I even did that? How about you? How do you feel, Epic Sea Films? I actually did something like that.
Doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't surprise me because of how you want to branch out your audience, and because of so how much you're ingrained in this channel. I can see why you would do something like that. You know, it doesn't shock me. You know. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, is commercial break still ongoing?
The commercial break is almost over here. They're just showing him getting ready from earlier in the game. So earlier in the day, they're showing Jalen Hurts getting ready. Looks like he has tape on 2 of his fingers. It looks like his index and his pointer finger. Yeah, his pointer finger, and it looks like his middle finger and his index finger, his pointer finger, basically have tape on them.
And you still think the Eagles have a chance?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't bet on it.
Any team can win any day of the week, and I think the Eagles are going to do pretty well. His career playoff record is 2-2, Jalen Hurts. TD on opening drive on every playoff game, Eagles last season. Mm-hmm. So Jalen Hurts is lined up. The ball's spiked him. He hands it off to one of his running backs, number 0, and that is Swift. They were pretty swift because they almost got the first down.
No pun intended.
So it's 2nd and 1. Yes, I got some puns. Some people say I have that dad joke humor. I'm not a dad, but So Jalen Hurts hands off the ball again to number 0, and they get the first down and a couple extra yards. So that was about 3-yard gain. Now it's 1st and 10. Oh, it looked like it was more like a 2-yard gain, but yeah. They got the first down. They're moving the ball. Okay, there's no running back lined up with him. So I don't see no running back. It's just Jalen Hurts by himself. And they're going to go for the pass. And the pass is caught by number 80. And now it is 2nd and 6. Okay, so there is Jalen Hurts and a running back. Looks like Swift again is lined up there together. He hands the ball off to Swift, but then he fakes it and then he throws it to his receiver, and it was number 80. Or was that? No, yeah, that was 80. Mm-hmm. Well, that was number 88. He threw it to. And that was a catch. And now it's 3rd and 2. The 48% chance on third downs completions, 3rd in NFL this season. So they're 48%. So they're really good at third down completions. They were number 3 in the league, the Eagles. Okay, he goes back for the pass, and it's batted down by the defense. So they did not score. It's 4 and 2. So now they're bringing on their punting team. Ooh. That was almost a late hit on the quarterback, but there was no flag. So we have some stuff going on in the chat. Someone says there have been 5 wild card games. 4 of them have been decided by 14 points or more. What's going on? So what's interesting about sports and stuff like that is that one thing I've noticed, and I think a lot of people don't talk about this as much, is like when you're in a game, especially like a football game, each play takes about, like 3 to 10 seconds. So when an actual play happens, it's like if you are a referee, you have to make split-second decisions on what you see, and each person has to be in their zone and see their area and make a decision on, is there a flag, is there no flag at all on that play? I think a lot of these calls that are out there are very subjective. Like the calls of roughing the kicker, roughing the passer, pass interference, all this stuff. It is like, everybody gets upset because of they subjectively see the play or see a flag differently than someone else. So far, we haven't had any flags in this game or penalties, but that's something that I think that gets really people boils their and makes them a little bit angry, is because they think their team is unfairly treated because of the flags that are thrown throughout the game. And I think that's what kind of gets people kind of angry or not. And so that's one thing I've noticed, but it's a very subjective job. What do you all think? Okay, someone's talking about the Golden Knights. Someone's talking about hockey here. Are they playing Seattle Kraken, or who are they playing tonight? The Golden Knights. So it is 0-3. Warren Sapp, pro football player. Let's see who else is at the game here. You see some other people here. Aaron Judd, 2022 AL. Looks like MVP. It says, and then Christian, someone in the chat, Christian says, I'm a Bears fan. Okay. So Baker Mayfield. Okay. It looks like, what is it? False start? Yeah, on the offense. False start offense. So Christian says, I'm a Bears fan, and Jalen Hurts did not get a single late hit or roughing the passer call all season. Mm-hmm. Well, what's interesting is people are wondering, will Justin Fields be traded? And one of the spots they're talking about is, will he get traded to a team like the Seattle Seahawks? They're wondering. And will the Bears draft a quarterback? Baker Mayfield goes back for a pass, and it's caught, and the guy stiff arms, and it's number 19. That was number 19. But there is a flag on the play. A flag on the play. Let's see what it is. Referee's running up. Referee's 29 is about to say something. Personal foul, face mask on the defense. Result of the play, automatic first down. And then someone says not happening. You never know. Crazy things happen all the time. Players get traded and stuff like that. You know, we've had 8 NFL coaches already fired this offseason. Well, before just as the regular season has been over. Baker Mayfield's going back for a huge pass, but and the receiver doesn't catch it. The receiver was right there, number 13. Mm-hmm. Okay, he hands the ball off to number 1. Number 1 only gets about 2 yards. Mm-hmm. So Baker Mayfield hands the ball off to number 1, and they get 2 yards. Hope you're all enjoying the commentating tonight, enjoying me being here. Okay, Baker Mayfield got a low snap. He's throwing the ball, and it's caught by number 19. And the guy is running and still going, and he's about to break some receivers and gets knocked into the end zone. And it's touchdown, Tampa Bay. The first touchdown of the game goes to Tampa Bay. And now it is 10-0 Tampa Bay. This is still early in the game, so let's see what happens next. Well, right now it's actually 9-0 because technically the next they still need to do an extra point. Tampa Bay just scored touchdown. That was about 29 minutes into the game. 29 minutes. Still early. I don't hear you. Joseph. Let's see. Yeah, so what's some people saying? Touchdown Bucks. Yeah, there are so many times where there should have been a call. Well, like I said before, calls can be subjective a lot of times in football or in sports and stuff like that. So how do you deal with the subjectivity of calls? And I know some people get really mad at the refs, but it's like, how would you feel if you were actually like the actual team? Like, how would you feel if you were a ref and someone was saying you made a bad call, you know, and did something wrong? You know, how do you justify it and stuff like that? And so I think so far there hasn't been many calls in the game. And sometimes is it better to just let a play out than to actually call something at all? It's better to just let something go than to call something. Because something is so nuanced, I think sometimes it's better just to let it play out than to actually call something at all. Now, if something is blatantly obvious, you should call it. That's what I think. Still don't hear you. Does anyone hear Joseph? Does anyone hear Rooftop Sports? Does anyone hear Rooftop Sports? And then Christian says, I agree, C Films. I don't hear you, Joseph. I agree, C Films, but he didn't get a single call all season. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it says, exactly, last season as well. I didn't hear him. Okay. Nope, still nothing. Still nothing. Mm-hmm. So, Christian, you're thinking that they're honestly, you think you draft Caleb Williams. So, would you keep?
Now,
Yes, now we hear you. Mm-hmm.
thank God, because that was kind of humiliating. I was not going through. All I can say is, let's just say, don't quit your day job was the cause of all this. That's all I'm going to say. Can we agree that?
Yeah.
At least C Films, can you agree that don't quit your day job really did not help with these technical difficulties?
Yes, it didn't help. No.
I missed a Baker Mayfield touchdown, so of course I won't get to put that on a YouTube short, which that will not be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, but let's see what the Eagles can do this time. They almost got to the midfield last time, so let's see what they can do now.
And something just fell. That's just amazing. Well, we're going to keep it going. And now here is Jalen Hurts. He's going to hand it off to his running back, and he gets at least 3 yards on that. I'm glad just to be calling a game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, player might be injured or is in semi, not feeling good. Number 0.
Mm-hmm.
Yaya Diaby.
Whatever that is.
That's their name.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Yaya. This is what it looked like.
And also, everyone, I'm about 5 subscribers away from 1,300. So go ahead, make it happen. And also, our moderator, Hannah, will make sure that you guys are on it too. So we'll do that.
But Christian, the person in the chat, my cousin actually, one of my, I think it's like my second cousin plays for the Chicago Bears.
I heard about that. I remember you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah's never going to tell you what your NFL team is. And now here is Jalen Hurts. 2nd and 7 at the very moment. And now here is a fake handoff, and that goes to the receiver, and he's going to get not so much yards.
Yaya had 7.5, most sacks by a rookie. He had 7.5 while he's in the top. There's 2 other guys at 9 and 8 this season. Wow.
Christian's asking if you would reveal your full name.
My full name? My name's a mystery. You can easily find me if you look me up. If you know my C-Phone's brand, you can easily find me.
Mm-hmm.
If you click
3rd and 2 for Jalen Hurts. And now here is Hertz has got the pass, and here it is, and that is incomplete, and that's going to be a 4th down.
Wow. Oh, you're talking about my second cousin. Something like that. Defensive end.
And now here's the punt by the Eagles. Could have been blocked, but it didn't. And that's going to go to the receiver. And here it is a run. And he will go past the 20, and he'll go down, and that'll go to the 24.
Yeah, that's the player. They used to play for the Washington Commanders. And then they got traded this season. And they got traded this season to the Chicago Bears. Yeah. I think he's like my second cousin. My mom talks about him. Someone, yeah.
Well, since the commercials are going on, I might as well play this again.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And if you would like those services, give that number a call. Here it is. Here's that information. 206-992-4465. 206-992-4465. Use the promo code Modern Rooftop to get 20% off of your first use. And Epic Sea Films, how do you feel about the game so far?
I think it's still going good. It's still early. 10-0 can change like that. We've seen games where someone's down 10 points and still ends up winning.
I guess so. And now it looks like we are back from the break.
One turnover, the game changes everything.
I guess so.
Okay, Baker
now
Mayfield.
Here is Baker Mayfield, who is 1-1 in the playoffs. And now he hands it off to his running back, and he will get at least, about 4 yards on that run.
Well, at least this game's out in Philadelphia. I heard Philadelphia has like the rudest fans in the league.
I heard about that too. Yeah. Second and 6 for the Buccaneers. Man in motion, number 41. He looks to be the fullback or possibly the tight end. And now here is a small pass, and that is number 22. And he is going, and that's going to be a first down. And that was Chase Edmonds with the run. First down. So, Epic Sea Films, do you have any direct contact with that NFL player, your second cousin?
No, I do not have any direct contact. I've never met the person. I've never met him. My mom just talks about him. That's the only thing I know.
What's the relationship?
No, my mom grew up in a certain town, and like he was born in that town, and he's like, I think he's supposed to be one of my second cousins, is what she said. She always mentions him all the time. Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's a 1st and 10, and here's a flip, and that could be a little bit of a loss. And nope, number 10's got it. And that's actually going to be a gain of at least 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Hannah you're friends with plenty of Baltimore fans. And you think Baltimore's going to get annihilated on Sunday, don't you, Hannah?
My the high school I went to has a famous baseball player. I told you about that.
Blake Snell.
Mm-hmm.
Who the Mariners should have signed by now. But they won't because their ownership is cheap and garbage.
But cheap doesn't mean you're going to be bad.
No, they're going to be bad. And now here's a 2nd and 1.
Because if you
and now here's the handoffs, number 22, and that is Edmonds with the run, and that's going to be another first down. And Tampa Bay just continues to move the chains.
Yeah. But think about it right now. Baker Mayfield isn't the most expensive quarterback, but he made a team go to the playoffs. Just like Houston, they say some people believe that when you have a cheaper quarterback, you actually have better chances of winning a Super Bowl.
If you have a cheaper quarterback, yeah. If it's a good quarterback, but it's like they're on their rookie contract, then yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 10. We got ball on the 44, and now here is the handoff, and that's going to go backwards, and they're going to lose yards on that.
Yeah, because if you look at a lot of the players over the history, go look at the Seahawks. When we won our Super Bowl, guess what? Russell Wilson was really cheap.
Yeah, we already know that.
And a lot of other teams are like that too. Like look at Aaron Rodgers. He won early in his career. He hadn't won since.
He was on a lighter contract. Mm-hmm. Oh, Christian, what happened to my Browns? They got absolutely annihilated. That's what happened. 2nd and 13 for the Browns. Buccaneers. And now here's Baker Mayfield. Here's the pass. And that is going to be caught. And that's going to be a first down. And he's still going. And they are going into the red zone. Mm-hmm. Really close to it.
Mm-hmm. The coach is scratching his head. The coach is scratching his head.
I would.
Philadelphia's coach.
Mm-hmm. That was a solid pass by Baker Mayfield. And good of that tight end to be open, too. And now we're looking at 1st and 10. Ball on the 33 of Eagles. And now here is a run. And he was immediately stopped.
And guess what? The first quarter is over.
And the first quarter, yes, has concluded. And the Buccaneers, they are on a 10-0 lead right now.
What do you think of the whole thing in the NFL where jersey numbers are by position? What do you think of that?
Never thought of that. So if you're in the NFL, if you're a quarterback, you can't be number 90 or something?
Yes, you can't. I think you can only be numbers 1 through 19 or something like that.
I never really put much thought into it.
Yeah.
But the NFL that really shows the NFL is very restrictive on rules.
It is. Because I thought to myself, could I be a number in the 20s or higher? And I was thinking to myself one day, and I looked it up, and I'm like, the number was 1 through 19 you could choose to be. And I was like, that's interesting. Certain positions are set to certain numbers. And I was like, no one ever thinks about that, But I get why they do it. It's so the reps can understand, hey, this guy must be this position because he has a certain number. So it makes more sense.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Because the game happens so quickly.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think they don't do that in basketball, but basketball, it's you only have 5 players to deal with.
Yeah, basketball. I mean, you could be Dennis Rodman. Your number is 91 or 73 or 70 or 10. Ron Artest did the same thing where he started with number 15 and then 23, then 91, and then back to 15 and 37 at some point.
Yeah. What's weird is when some sports will allow 00.
They do, yeah. Basketball allows 00.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So as of now, who's your favorite football player right now?
of all time, or just like currently in the league?
Currently in the league.
I don't really have a favorite player per se, but there's players I like more. Like I still like Russell. I still like Russell. I don't have any problems with Russell.
Don't you?
No, but you're talking about who I think is a really good player. I like Patrick Mahomes. I'm a fan of
Okay,
Patrick Mahomes.
best player of all time. Mine's Marshawn Lynch.
Best player. Well, I have to do a little more research, but most people, if you just look at Super Bowl appearances and wins, most people you'd have to go Tom Brady. I don't think he's the best quarterback of all quarterbacks, but he's had the most success of all quarterbacks. Like as in if the main objective is to win Super Bowls, then he's done the best.
I guess so. And now here's a 2nd and 9 for the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield's got a running back right next to him. Got a man in motion for the tight end, number 88.
Oh!
And now here's Baker Mayfield, and here it is, and he is going to go down for a sack. I think you might be a little bit ahead of me. So, yep, that's a sack for Baker Mayfield, and this could be 3rd and down. So maybe this could be the momentum for the Eagles if the Eagles can stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady's the best quarterback of all time. No question about it. It's crazy to think that just last season they had Tom Brady, made the playoffs barely, and then Baker Mayfield takes over, and they still made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good turnaround. I mean, not a good turnaround, but it's good for Baker Mayfield, for sure, because he came a long way. 3rd and 13, and here is the rush, and here's Baker Mayfield's got plenty of time, and here's the pass, and that is picked off. That is intercepted.
Wow.
And that just escalated real quickly right there, as that was picked off. I can't really scream at all. When I screamed, I sound like ah.
But like, did I say earlier there was going to be there potentially the game could change if there was an interception? I said that. I kind of predicted that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, that wasn't intercepted? I thought that was intercepted.
Where?
It wasn't picked off. Wow. The Buccaneers certainly got away with it.
Oh, it was a drop ball.
It was a drop ball. I can't believe it was a drop ball.
54 yards. Field goal. It's good. Mm-hmm. Well, what's interesting is so here's something I've noticed with sports nowadays, and especially with football, is a lot of times they'll give coaches about a 3-year stint. On average, you'll get about a 3-year stint working somewhere. As long as one of your seasons, it seems like, especially your last season, is really good, you will actually get renewed. Because look at the example. Look at Cincinnati Bengals. That coach's first 2 years were not great. His quarterback got injured. Yes, that was to his 2nd year he was there. But the 3rd year, they went all the way to the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden he got to keep his job. Look at the example in Arizona. University of Arizona. University of Arizona, their coach went 1-11 in their first season. 2 seasons later, after that, he went 10-3. Now he's UW's coach. He's University of Washington's coach. So it's like, do you have? So I guess you could be really bad your first season and get a pass and still end up making it. The only guy who didn't get a pass was the guy who was the guy who was Denver's coach last year. He didn't get a pass. But a lot of players, a lot of coaches, your first year, you could always get a waiver.
Get away with things, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta test something. This is since we're in commercial break.
Yeah.
Don't quit your day job. See, that's the problem. When I scream like that, you just she's like, man, I gotta fix this mic setting. I don't like these new microphones.
Oh, you like your old microphone better?
I did. I really miss my old microphone. I really did. Like, no doubt about it.
Where's your old microphone? Do you see?
It's kind of broken. It's kind of worn out at this point. Okay, do I still sound good? Okay, we're gonna test something, and we are back from the break. Did I sound like it was like all broken up?
No, you sounded fine. I could hear you clearly.
And here is the kickoff. Does that sound better?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, I'm gonna double check and see. Okay, so here we are. And here's Jalen Hurts. This is the chance for the Eagles to get back into it. 1st and 10. The clock is going down really fast. And now here's the blitz, and here's Jalen Hurts, and that is incomplete. Yeah, I brought the microphone gain all the way to like 12.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts in weeks 1 and 2. Wow, they were 10 and 1, and they had a meltdown to end the season. I can't believe that. That's unbelievable. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. And here it is, and here is a fake handoff, and that is complete for number 6, and he is still running, and the speed is there. Look at that, and they are into the Tampa Bay territory. That was Smith with the run. And Hannah, I know you said that I'm 3 away from the milestone. I'm actually 5 away from the milestone of 1300, so you might want to fix that. But thank you. And now here is a 1st and 10. And now here's Hurts. He's getting rushed, and that is caught by number 6. That's Smith again. He avoids the tackles, and he gets another 1st down. And Smith, he's coming up with some creative ways to get to find some running lanes. And now here is a 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. 13 minutes left in the half. Jalen Hurts has got a running back right next to him. And now here is another pass to 16. He's playing it safe. And he's actually not going to really gain much yards. It's probably going to be about 2 yards worth of the gain.
Have you noticed there's a lot of bird teams that are named with birds in the NFL?
Yeah, Seattle Seahawks, Baltimore Ravens, and Philadelphia Eagles. Anyone else?
Falcons. And
Falcons. Cardinals. 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. Ball on the 31. And Jalen Hurts get this team to at least a touchdown or at least maybe 3 points on the board. And now here's Hurts as a fake handoff. He gets out of the pocket and looks like he's just going to run this one. And he's not going to get much. And he gets tackled. So that's going to be about a 3rd and 7. And also, yes, I'm beating him. The best team in the NBA fantasy basketball. How do you feel about that?
So?
What?
Yes, you love my famous line. So?
Remember last year? Hey, I won a fantasy basketball football. What was your reaction?
So? Who cares? Is it that big of a deal?
3rd and 7. Ball on the 29. And now here's Hurts. He's getting blitz, and here is a pass, and that is incomplete, and we are going to kick the field goal. Epic C Films is at 49 and 45. We got, you're doing pretty well. I'm at 46 and 49. And believe it or not, I'm actually in the playoffs in a very narrow margin. And now here is going to be a field goal attempt for Jake Elliott. It's going to be a 47-yard attempt for the Eagles and to put them on the board. And here's the kick. And that goes right through the uprights. And that is good. And the Eagles have just gotten on the board. It is now 13-3, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep. Game's not over yet. Still a lot to play.
Who said the game was over?
I said there's still a lot of game to play. Like, 10 points is nothing. Like this game's going to be a close game.
Oh, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
And thank you very much, Hannah, for the reminders. And yep, says if you are here, this channel is currently at 1295 subscribers, only 5 away from 1300. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to Rooftop Sports, yes, that would be great. So I could do much more things in the future. And Hannah will also remind you about other options that you guys do have in order to help support this channel.
Mm-hmm.
And also, shout out to Epic Sea Films for working on one of my video projects that is projected to be released by Friday. So Epic Sea Films, I thank you for being able to take on this project, and hopefully that the project ends very well, and hopefully we can, hopefully the project can work out, especially with your editing skills. And maybe someday, just someday, we'll be working together someday on this channel. I think it's something we can look at in the future. Not saying that we don't have to like bank on it, because you never want to bank on something like that. Hence why hashtag
don't quit your day job.
Exactly. But even if my YouTube was doing well, I think I would still, in some capacity, still have some kind of a day job. Mm-hmm. Even if I was like doing well on YouTube. Because it's about like variety of life. That's the way I see it, if that makes any sense.
So I didn't do good last week, but I'm holding in there this week. Mm-hmm.
And now it looks like we are back from the break. They're showing a video of Tom Brady showing off his time when he was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. And do you think Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time?
So it depends on what you want, what you consider, because I still need to do more research. But one thing I would say is that if the goal of sports is to win the most championships in your league, then Tom Brady did that. So he would be considered potentially one of the greats because of that feat. I don't know if he has the best stats across the board. He might have the most total yards because he played the most years or something like that. He might have all these other stats. So I think that overall means that if he's in the top, like, X number of players or one of the top players for a lot of different stats, he'd be considered the greatest quarterback of all time.
There are around 12 signed Brady helmets available in the pristine auctions right now. They're probably costing a lot, so I'm probably not going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield, the man who took over for Tom Brady, and he has stepped up. He's had a very up and down season, but it was good to see Baker Mayfield make the playoffs. I think the Browns should still be eating that decision in a bad way. And now here's a 1st and 10, man in motion. And now here's Baker Mayfield with a fake handoff. He's being chased, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to be he's still standing up. That's going to be about 4 yards. Pretty good play considering that it was kind of broken up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Tom Brady has the most passing yards in history. He has like almost 9,000 more than Drew Brees, who's in second.
Yeah, of course.
So just right there, one stat alone, you can argue that Tom Brady is one of the greats. There's another stat I could pull up. Passing yards. Mm-hmm. And look at Drew Brees is 9,000 yards ahead of like Peyton Manning.
And now here's a big pass from Baker Mayfield, and that is incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, and disregard that message. Disregard the message I just said.
Wednesday, as long as you do 9:30 p.m.
That was a message for the Jay Trident podcast.
Oh.
And now here's Baker Mayfield, and he is escaping the pocket, and he's going to run, and that's going to be a first down and more. Smart sliding move by Baker Mayfield.
Wow. This is an interesting stat. What player do you think has the most, what quarterback do you think has the most rushing yards? The most running yards?
I'm going to do a poll question. Should the Browns regret getting rid of Baker Mayfield?
No, but here's an interesting one. So anybody in the chat, anyone who wants to answer this question, which quarterback
First and 10
had the most rushing yards?
Lamar Jackson?
Nope.
Wait, in NFL history?
In NFL history?
Fran Tarkington?
Nope.
Michael Vick?
Michael Vick.
Michael
Eagles.
Vick is the most.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Lamar Jackson is fourth. Russell is third. Mm-hmm.
Look at all the coaches that Baker Mayfield has had. Hugh Jackson, Greg Williams, Freddie Kitchens, Kevin Stefanski, Matt Rule, Steve Wilkes, Sean McVay, and now Todd Bowles. Mm-hmm. Now here's a 2nd and 9, and he will safely pass it to his wide receiver. And that's going, he's still getting up, and he nearly bursted that. That could have been a touchdown right there. Do you think that could have been a touchdown?
Nope. He was kind of stumbling towards the end.
But he was doing pretty well with it.
He was stumbling, but I don't think he was going to recover from that. Like, do you think he was going to have a good recovery from this? Look at this, the end of this. The way his legs were going, watch. At the end of this, you see like there was like, yeah.
Now we're looking at 1st and 10.
That guy's angry.
Yep. And now here's Baker Mayfield. Here's the pass, and that is incomplete. Ball intended for their tight end, number 88.
Uh-oh. Is his feet okay? Is his ankles okay? Oh! Do you see his player? See Baker Mayfield? His player stepped back on his ankle.
Yeah, he should be okay, hopefully. And now here's a 2nd and 10, and here's Baker. Here's a quick pass, number 14, and that is going to be nearly a first down. I mean, if you can tell, these Buccaneer wide receivers, they are just stumbling their way to first downs. Missed tackles, the Eagles. Let's see where they're at. They've had plenty of missed tackles today. Wow. You must be loaded. Okay, thanks for letting me know. But next time, if you could, how about put some of that money towards... Hey, if you put any of that kind of money towards me, I will for sure split it with the Epic C Films. 3rd and 1. And now here is a running back handoff, and nope, he's not going to get it. That's going to be a 4th down. I wonder if the Buccaneers are going to go for it. Would you go for it on 4th down, or would you just punt or maybe go for a field goal?
I would go for it.
You go for it because the Eagles' defense has been kind of devastated?
Partially, but also where you're at. You're going to give them the ball. They still have to go for 40 yards to get in field goal range. It's like your best chance, like the percentage of you getting it.
And actually, Hannah, I'll do you even better. If you donate somewhere around that range, I will split it with not only Epic C Films, but Couch GM and Jay Trident Podcast. How about that? Now here's a 4th and 1, and here is a toss, and that is going to be a first down and a little bit more. And they are getting close to the red zone. And the Eagles, they are in absolute desperate trouble.
Now, remember last drive, they almost got an interception. They were close, so it's like any crazy stuff can happen.
Anything can happen, right?
Mm-hmm. Remember, look at the UW game. Guy drops a ball on the 1 yard line.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And now here's a 1st and 10, running back right next to him. And now here it is, and that is incomplete.
Was that a forward pass or was that a backwards pass?
Who knows? Hey, Epic C Films, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I had a little bit of a connection issue for a moment.
Okay.
2nd and 10.
Okay, so it was an incomplete pass because there's a weird ruling where if the ball goes backwards, if you have a backwards pass and it goes out of bounds, you get it where it goes out of bounds versus if it's a forward pass where it's incomplete. Yeah, I was watching a game the other day and that was an interesting ruling.
Now here's Baker Mayfield. Here's the pass, and that's going to be caught, and that's going to be a third about a 5, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
This team is open free fall at the moment. Yep, the Philadelphia Eagles are in absolute trouble. One thing I've learned about copywriting for these games, I'll tell you in just a moment, but we got 3rd and 5, but something I learned this morning, and I learned it the very difficult way. 3rd and 5, and here is Baker Mayfield. He's looking to pass, and here it is, and that was nearly picked off.
Again, they're letting him get field goals. They could have had another pickoff there.
They're gonna go for field goals. Yep.
They're giving him field goals because that's twice on 2 drives. The defense the Eagles could have stopped him and got the ball back.
That's 2 picks. Yeah. The Asian Cup intro I actually got away with the Asian Cup intro. I thought that was going to be copyrighted for sure, but somehow it didn't get copyrighted. I was really surprised. And Chase McLaughlin's going for another field goal, and it's going to be a 4th and 5. It's going to be a 48-yard attempt. And here is the kick, and that is good. Another field goal, and the Buccaneers now lead 16-13.
And still, it's only a 2-score game.
Only a 2-score game, so the Eagles are very much into this still. And now what I was going to talk about. So, and Hannah's going to know this too. Want to know this too. So you notice, like, whenever I do these highlights of my play-by-play, and I put like the game footage and below it, you know, like you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Here's the thing. So Major League Baseball, they're very laid back about that, about using their content for that. NFL, as long as you don't go above like 10 seconds per clip. Now, NBA, they don't care either. But guess how much FIFA feels? Guess how much they felt?
Oh, they don't want any of it?
They want almost nothing. Like, they actually, not only did they copyright claimed it, they actually took it down. But somehow, so I think here's what happened. So one of them was trending. It was like in the hundreds, and then they just cut it off. But somehow this one, they let that happen. Because I think I know what happened. So it was Bahrain. Like, have you heard of Bahrain before?
No. Are they a country?
Yeah, it's a country. So they didn't care about that. But when I use like Korea, they're like, oh, nope, you're not using Korea. And look what Hannah said. Under no circumstances, never use FIFA or Olympics copyright footage. Otherwise, you will be sorry. And I'm actually considering on deleting those videos.
Yeah.
Because there's just no point. Like, why waste all that effort on making those videos? Only to not only make money at all, but also like get copyright strikes, which I prefer not to have. And I think at this point, I'm going to delete them.
Yeah. Well, it's the interesting thing. Like, I always thought it was really interesting. It's like they allow people to stream video games. They allow people to stream certain things. And I'm like, what's interesting is that like certain industries, they want you to use that because that's free like advertising for their products.
But for
Like,
some
video
reason,
games-
FIFA is like very stingy.
Yeah, but like video games have been doing it for years. That's free press. Every time someone like streams a video game, it might make someone want to play the video game more and
It
buy more.
also doesn't help that FIFA and the Olympics holds like an extreme monopoly. So they can do whatever they want. And FIFA doesn't really have much competition on an international level. And here is the kickoff, and that's going to be at the end zone. Yep, they don't even let you use... Oh, yeah, they also are like, don't use European, don't use Africa, don't use Asian, don't use North America either. So the only way I'm going to be able to do like a game, like a game footage is I have to say Korea scores 1-0, and I go, yeah, Korea scores, and all I've got is this. Isn't that crazy?
What, you put the clapping in the background? Like you just do your slow clap video?
I have ideas. So I think here's the thing. I'll adapt to it. It's about how you go around it, right? And now here is the path. Oh my God. And we got flags going out.
Yep.
But what do you think? Like, do you think this is like, I should look at it as an opportunity to like try to do things differently?
Yeah, it's very interesting, the whole copyright issues things and stuff that you can use and stuff like that. I was even looking into it for like making videos. I'm like, what pictures are acceptable? What videos are acceptable? It's interesting, you know?
Yeah, like, but that's a funny thing though. Isn't that funny that NFL, NBA, MLB, they literally don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But FIFA is like, no, you can't use it at all.
Mm.
So I have to use like pictures. I have to like find ways to just improvise.
Yeah.
1st and 15. FIFA has been the company that's made me the most creative. Forced me at least. And now here's Jalen Hurts, and that is caught. It's going to be about a 2nd and about a 12. So yeah. The strange thing is that the IOC can stop people from putting footage on YouTube, but they can't stop people from selling replica Olympic torches on eBay. It's pretty double standard, don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, I saw this thing today, and it was a cell phone that was a flip on the outside. It looks like a flip phone of an iPhone. An iPhone flip phone. But on the inside, it was just a regular flip phone.
2nd and 11.
I was like...
Now here is Jalen Hurts, and here is a pass, and that's going to be caught, and that's going to be a 1st down, and he is just brought down almost instantly. Not really, but there was a little bit of bump, so he went back a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But that was pretty crazy, the iPhone flip phone thing, where someone made a fake iPhone flip phone.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Julio Jones? Julio Jones is on the Eagles? How do I not know this?
I thought he's been there for a while, hasn't he?
He's been in the league for a long time. He used to be one of the best receivers in the NFL easily. And now here's a 1st and 10, and that's going to be not much of a run at all. Julio Jones has been in the league for over 13 years. The last time he had a 1,000-yard receiving season was 2019 when he was 30 years old. And after that, everything just went downhill. Injuries got to him. But aside from that, Julio Jones was one of the best receivers in the NFL. Even the OFC is off. Even like Oceania is very stingy. Now here's a 2nd and 8. And now here is Jalen Hurts. And now here is a big pass. And that is caught. And now they're getting close to the red zone. And what a big pass by Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was a huge pass by Jalen Hurts.
I know, that was crazy.
Fun fact for Oceania, Australia used to be in that conference, but they were just too good for that conference, I guess. And now here is a 1st and goal. Now here is Hurts, a fake handoff, and then he gives it to his tight end, and that's going to be in for the touchdown. And the Eagles finally score a touchdown, and they have brought it to close to a 1-possession game. And what a play by Jalen Hurts to make that really big throw, only to set it up for a short touchdown pass.
Yeah. 5 plays, 75 yards, 229. Mm-hmm. What can bite them in the butt? You know what could bite Tampa Bay in the butt is all these field goals are doing.
Yeah. Had the Eagles made some kind of legitimate stop, this game would be a lot closer than it should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now here's the kick, and that is good. And there's a flag, and I think that's going to be an offside, so I would think that they're going to decline that. Oh, wow. So the penalty is going to go.
Wow.
Wow. So they're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Mm-hmm.
Got 3 minutes left in this half. Dirty baseball. Eagles are fat chokers. Yeah. With the exception of the Nick Foles era. Somehow they beat the Patriots. And I still don't know to this day how in the world did they beat the Patriots in that Super Bowl. Yep, he definitely jumped the gun. I could just tell someone jumped the gun.
Yeah.
And looks like they're going to do a quarterback sneak. And here's Jalen Hurts. And he's going to sneak it. Is that in? Is he in? I don't think he's in on that one. He didn't get it. And that is a no good. It's almost like the Eagles, in hindsight, should have taken it. So they have cost themselves 7 whole points. Can you believe that? 7 points is what they cost themselves. And also, how's my voice again?
Well, why do you think they cost them 7 points? That's only 1 point. How do they cost themselves 7 points?
Well, because here's the thing. Remember those 2 interceptions that they should have had?
Oh, yeah.
And then the other interception that they should have had? So that's 6 points.
Yep.
That they costed themselves. And then that 1 point they could have had they just stayed with it.
Yeah.
So the Eagles, I would like to say they're pretty much unfocused.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's Vader.
They're still in this game, though.
Wow, the tush push did not make their tush push. I like that.
Well, some are saying
and also announced. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Should the tush push be illegal?
No, it's the way of the game.
Yeah, because some were saying
Russell Wilson was not big enough to do a tush push. Cam Newton was perfect for a tush push.
Cam Newton kind of took himself out of the league in the last few years. Yeah.
I mean, Hannah, do you have any theories on why FIFA is so stingy on copyrights? I'm going to look it up on Google. Why is FIFA so strict on copyright?
Like, what's so ridiculous is like they have the Pro Bowl, they have the All-Star games for a lot of these sports. Like, I don't even really care much about watching them anymore. The All-Star games are kind of like pointless. They keep changing the rules and making like trying to bring more fun to it, but like, who cares?
Like, would you agree that okay, do you think that it should just be East and West? I think it should. I think it should go back to East and West.
I think the East and West makes more sense, but like because you're voting on these people based on East and West positioning anyway.
Yeah.
If
Rather
if
than
that's
having like your two captains choose your team. I don't think that's
yeah.
really I don't like that.
But on the other
And
hand,
don't
I'm like,
forget and the emphasis of defense is gone. Like last All-Star games that I have watched, they are just virtually unwatchable. Like the
well,
NBA right now is virtually unwatchable.
the NBA is no defense right now, and the NBA has a lot of problems, but they're not as bad of problems as baseball.
And here's a 1st and 10. And now here is a run by number 1. And that's going to be punched through for the first down. No, I think MLB is doing just fine. But we're just different on our ends.
Yeah, well, I think the MLB, the problems that it has still with it is that it's not as exciting and an action packed as other sports. I think that's one of the problems for it. Like, yes, the whole shortening the games was a really good thing. I think adding those play clocks was a huge big deal. I think that was a great thing to do.
Now here's Baker Mayfield, and he's going for a pass. No, not going for a pass. He's just going to throw it away, and he was overwhelmed. That almost should have been intentional grounding. Do you think he was out of the pocket?
Was there a receiver over there? I think there was a receiver over in the area, though. Wasn't there a receiver? I think near the sideline.
Oh yeah, there was a receiver nearby. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as there's a receiver, you're good. Yeah.
Did the Steelers win the game?
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. And now here's Baker Mayfield as a fake handoff, and he's going for a pass, and that's going to be caught by number 88. Bills won.
Okay, yeah.
And you still think Bills are overrated?
I still think they're overrated. Watch them lose the next round to whoever they're playing.
I see. And note that this is the final game. It looks like they're on commercial break.
And think about the Bills. You know how they got the number 2 seed?
How?
By winning on the last week. If they would have lost that game, they would have been like a 6 or 7 seed to the Dolphins. That's how different it was. It was one game, literally. It doesn't mean they're that much better than any other team. They just happen to win one game at the end of the season that basically propelled them. Like I said, every team is is pretty much about the same. You know the difference between the Seahawks being them being a 9-win team and them being an 11-win team? Wasn't that much this year. Think about it. If they cleaned up a couple things and a couple things went their way, they would have won that game against the Rams where they gave the game away. And they could have won.
Bills are hosting the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Bills are hosting the Chiefs. And it's going to be 49ers versus Packers. I think, okay, let's choose these teams based on what we've got.
Yeah.
Texans and Ravens. Ravens
win, yes. It's obvious.
49ers or Packers?
49ers, obvious.
Bills or Chiefs? That's going to be a tough one. You think the Chiefs are going to win?
Yeah.
And then let's say Buccaneers win.
Buccaneers play who?
Buccaneers play whoever the top seed is in the NFC. Wait, who else would they play?
They'd play San Francisco then if they were the top seed. Let me look this up.
Lions.
Yeah.
Okay, Lions or the Buccaneers or Eagles. Lions.
Mhm. Where are my athletes page? Okay, boom. Any football players? Let's see. Yeah, here's some football players. I don't know if you know any of these football players.
You think the Ravens aren't making it to the AFC Championship, Hannah? Explain. Okay, and here's Baker Mayfield, and he's going for a pass, a big pass, and that is way over the heads.
Mm-hmm.
That was intended for Godwin, or Goodwin, shall I say.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll play the Lions. I would say Lions win. You think the Chiefs will beat the Bills?
Yeah.
49ers beat Green Bay easily.
And the Ravens win against Houston.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to lose to Houston.
Inexperienced quarterback. Eventually, he's going to have the inexperience is going to show sometimes.
It didn't really show against the Browns. And now here is Baker Mayfield, and here's the pass, and he drops it.
But think about this. How much has Joe Flacco played in the last, 4 years?
You got to give him credit, though. Joe Flacco really did do a heck of a job.
But in the last 4 years, he hasn't played that much, so he's kind of has a little bit of rust to get off. Yes, he's played what? How many games he played before that? 4 games? 5 games? He didn't play a full season.
3rd and 10 for Baker Mayfield. He's got no running back right next to him at all. And now he's got the tight end in motion. See if they can get anything going. And looks like we've got a timeout called by the Eagles.
If they don't get this, then basically it's a punt.
Yep, they're gonna punt, unfortunately.
Yeah, they might. Mm-hmm. And then the other team get the ball back, score at least a field goal, and the game's now even closer.
Hannah, are you surprised that my Asian Cup intro somehow did not get copyrighted at all? I think she is surprised by that. I mean, wouldn't you be surprised knowing it's soccer, but they were still okay with me using their intro?
It's a really weird thing about the copyright law. I get why people want to protect their stuff because they want to make the exclusive money off of it. But then the other thing is if you don't use it enough and you don't have enough, then you're basically just wasting it, and it becomes you make no money off of it. So
now here's a 3rd and 10. Now here's 3rd and 10. And now here's Baker Mayfield, and he is going to go down with a sack. Oh, yep, he'll go down with a sack.
Wow, and they're even further back.
Way further. That means they're out of field goal range.
Yeah. Whoa, look at the players now. Wow, was that player taunting the other player? Wow.
I guess so. But this is a very competitive game all of a sudden.
I told you. Baker Mayfield's not having the best passing day. He's having, 50% passing rating or 50% of his passes he's making, He held on the ball way too long. Look at that. Look how long he held on that ball. Baker Mayfield should have thrown that ball way earlier than that. Look, watch this. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009. It was 1010?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody was surprised.
Yeah, she was surprised that I was able to use the Asian Cup intro.
Mm.
And now it looks like we're going to go for a punt on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And now here is the punt, and that is going all the way. Oh, it bobbles the ball, and that will be at the 10-yard line.
Mm.
Yeah, but this was the intro, and just by looking at it and it's FIFA, are you surprised that it was used? That's the intro that I used. Are you surprised that FIFA let me use that? And that's their brand new one.
Mm.
I know. Somehow I got away with that.
So What's very interesting is on some streaming platforms, if you do something live, they won't flag you, but they'll
No,
flag
they'll
you.
flag you. They'll flag you.
No. What happens is if you do something live sometimes, some platforms, like I know with like Twitch, you can play music live, but as long as you don't keep that recording and post it somewhere, they don't flag you.
So, but that's the thing. If you're like just getting started and hitting the ground running, you can do whatever you want. But then once you get better and at a better level and you're starting to actually make money, then you wouldn't want to, because the last thing you want to do is have something that has like 100,000 views and then lose all that money because you put in like 2 seconds worth of music. I think that'd just be a huge waste of time.
It is, but if you're not going to save your content and you're just going to do something live and not care about the content, then you could put music in it and stuff like that. On some streaming platforms, they'll be like,
And I guess I can just I can just cut it off later.
Yeah. But the other thing to think about too is that you have to go back and edit that. And there is a way where some people have set up where like that music can during your stream can be like recorded on a separate track. So you can easily delete the music from there. There's ways to do that, but that's like an extra work to set up in the front end.
Definitely is.
So that's the thing. It's like, do you really want to deal with that? Unless you find music like Mozart, which is so old that no one has copyright claim to that music anymore.
Wonder who would have. Who owns copyright to Mozart?
There is none.
Public domain.
Yeah, because it's so old, it's public domain.
I heard isn't James Bond like a public domain now?
I don't know. It depends on when the book was written.
I heard Disney Mickey Mouse is now public domain.
Only the original version of Mickey Mouse, which is Steamboat Willie. Yep, only the Steamboat Willie one. So
they don't. And here's the thing: like, who the hell's going to use that anyway?
Yeah. What did you hear about the Winnie the Pooh? Winnie the Pooh, blood and honey.
1st and 10.
It's like, really.
And now here it is, and that is going to be caught by number 14, and that's going to be close to a first down. But the clock is still running, so the Eagles better hurry up on this.
Mm-hmm. They need a big pass.
2nd and 1.
They can't do any run plays. They got to do pass plays.
No, they can't. And I'm turning off my light just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Here's 2nd and 1. Number 14, he trips, and he may not even get the first down on that.
He laid on it. I think he was laid down on it.
The first down.
They gave it to him.
Oh, they gave it to him.
Because he laid down on the line.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I saw it.
1st and 10. And now here is number 1. Hey, Jalen Hurts. And he's getting out of the pocket. He has to throw it away. And the clock they're running out of time.
Mm-hmm. They need a big pass play here. But they get the ball started in the second half anyway. So that's going to be a big deal.
And Jalen Hurts went down on that too.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 10 for Jalen Hurts. And here's Jalen. He's in the pocket, and here is a pass, and that is caught. And that's going to be another first down, but the clock continues to run. Will the Eagles call the timeout? Yeah, I think they just called the timeout.
Yep.
So after this, you have to go out of bounds every single time. And he should have went out of bounds that first time.
Mm-hmm.
So Mozart is public domain because no one had will to it, I guess.
Well, so what happens is they say, I think it's like it's your life it's until you die plus like 70 or 75 years what like the thing is. So once you move on to someone else, it's like 70 years after that.
So music, the copyright duration of composed music. Hold on. We got 1st and 10 for Jalen Hurts. He's got the running back right next to him, and he is looking to pass. And now here is the big pass, and that is caught, but that is incomplete. Way incomplete.
His feet were way out of bounds.
Even college, you're out of bounds on that. Okay, here it is. Music. The copyright duration of composed music is the same for books, paintings, and other literacy, artistic work, the author's lifetime, plus 70 years.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
So in our entire lifetime, we were allowed to use his music. But I wouldn't.
He actually had one foot in. That would have been good for college. Look at this.
Oh, wow. In college, that would have been great.
Yeah. Wow.
2nd and 10.
Yeah. That's
Eagles got to come up with something really quick. And here is the blitz. Jalen Hurts is overwhelmed, and that is caught, but only a couple of yards, so it's not going to get much on that.
No. So something has to be at least like 100 years old, basically, to basically be like public domain or something like that. Think about it. At least 100 years old. Someone died when they're like 30 and the thing's like 70 years old. It has to be at least 100, years old.
Michael Jackson's music is going to be a long ways.
Yes, because he died, like 10 years ago? So he still has like another 60 years?
15 years.
Oh, 15 years ago? Okay. So that's at least, 55 more years.
3rd and 8. Now here's Jalen Hurts, and that's going to be, clock is going down, so you got to spike on that one. Actually, you cannot spike. So they got to come up with some kind of Hail Mary.
Well, why can't you spike?
9 seconds, and it's still going 4th and 3. I would think that the Eagles are going to try to go for one more play. Are they? No, there's no urgency, and they're going to let the clock go down. And wow, the Eagles just burned all that time. I think they could have gotten at least one Hail Mary play out of it. Don't you think?
Yeah, but they have the ball starting the second half anyway. So that's why I think why they weren't as urgent. Think about it.
I guess so.
I think that's why it makes a little bit of sense. Well, think about it. Think about like once Michael Jackson music's public domain, it'll be literally like we'll be like old.
Probably dead.
Well, thinking about it, we'd be like I don't know, 80 years old or something like that.
Well, hopefully we'll be making passive income by then.
Oh God. We'll be
2079. I'll be 87. I'll be dead by then. And now we're at halftime, and I'm going to play a quick commercial while I go to the bathroom.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
All right, so Epic C Films, take me. How do you feel about this half for the Eagles?
So for the Eagles specifically, I feel like the Eagles actually did a couple good things well. One thing they did was they only allowed one touchdown that whole half. Keeping them to field goals have kept them in this game and then within striking distance if they can play better in the second half. So if they come out strong in the second half, they could easily win this game because is, yes, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are playing better, but they're not making it to the actual end zone as much. And that's what's going to hurt them in the long run. So their defense is playing just good enough. If their defense could just tighten up a little bit better, guess what? They could have had 2 interceptions. Baker Mayfield hasn't been passing that well because their defense has been stopping them. Think about that. They almost had 2 interceptions. Almost doesn't count, but at least keeps them from like getting touchdowns and moving down the field and getting into like better scoring positions. That caused them to kick field goals.
Yeah, I know, right?
So that's a big thing. Their defense has been playing better than their offense. Their offense had one good play that whole half, just like the other team. Think about it, they had one big explosive play that whole half, Jalen Hurts, and they're still in this game. So
because of that explosive pass.
Yeah.
So it could be a down to the wire game with the way this game is going.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, bear with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey Bixby, can you search Cooked with Cannabis Season 5, Episode 1? I'm doing some kind of experiment for someone else, so they are kind of doing this for me. So this is the halftime show of me doing all this Bixby stuff.
Okay.
Hey Bixby, I want to see Paradise Waits Season 1, Episode 6. Until then, I have another entertaining show for you guys.
Call Smith. Call Mr. Smith. Call Smith. Call Mr. Smith. Call Smith. Call Mr. Smith. Hello?
I want to quit college
Why?
because I got a bad grade.
I'll meet you in 5.
Okay.
Why are you here?
I already told you that.
Tell me in more detail.
I failed CSS 162, and it's pretty unlikely I'll get into the major.
Do you really want to be a coder?
Yes, with all my passion. But I just can't get in the program, and I never will.
Why do you want to be a coder?
Because it's something that I followed throughout my life, and I really want to use this for a great opportunity.
Why do you want to quit?
Because I just don't feel the point of just wasting all away my money and everything.
You're going to make $1 million more in your lifetime than someone who is not have a degree. Also, most people in college stay in college now for almost 5 years, so they have most likely retooken classes. It's no big deal.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. I will achieve my dream, and I'll work hard, as I will have the intangibles to do so.
Don't dream.
We gotta find something else. I gotta find something else in the archives that I could actually use. I'm gonna go find something right now. Oh wait, I can't do anything right now because I can't risk my camera. All of my USB slots are being used, so I got nothing. Another thing I considered showing off is some of my football highlights that you did film back in the old days. So maybe for a thing for another time is for me to show off my football skills I once have, or I do have.
Yep. Hey, my players.
Maybe I'll post it before the Super Bowl.
Okay. Wow, I had a couple guys had some big nights tonight. I was looking at my fantasy basketball because you mentioned it earlier.
Hi, Bixby. Let's search Chinese Dream Show, Season 7, Episode 9. Go ahead and say your thing.
I'm just looking at my fantasy team. I had some players that did some really good. Kyle Kuzma and DeJounte Murray had huge nights. So
My team is absolutely brutal. I just got Jimmy Butler back from injury. I still don't have Luka Doncic.
well, you know who's injured on my team? I have 2 injured guys right now. I have Zubac and I have Aiden injured.
Yeah, but they're not that good.
Yeah, they are. They're good.
Uh-huh.
They're double guys. They're double threats. Mm-hmm.
Reflect the sun. Long time no see. Did I poach you away from what's his name? Northwest Sports Fanatics? Did I poach him away from you? If I did, then I feel succeeded. Hey, mic check. Epic Sea Films.
Yeah, still good.
Okay, good. Yep, he calls me the poacher. That's what I'm known to be. He is live right now.
Doing the same game.
Yeah, he's doing the same. He's doing the same game. Yep, he is taking a break. All right.
Really, mainly, the only reason why I'm better than in your fantasy basketball team, because I'm just a better field goal shooting team and a better free throw shooting team than yours.
But my team is dominating the best team, so maybe I am the best team now.
No, you're not.
You guys are good. It's one big family of independent media sports fans in my eyes. Yep, that's what we are. All independent.
Well, don't forget.
Hi, Bixby.
Don't forget to
Search Space Rangers, Season 10, Episode 1. Huh?
Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody.
You were supposed to say that throughout this entire show from the very beginning. What's the matter with you, boy?
Yes. Don't forget, Rooftop Sports. Find them on all your great social media. Yes, you can find them on Twitter. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them right here on YouTube. Join Rooftop Sports, the home for sports media.
Epic Sea Films, you absolutely disappoint me.
How do I disappoint you? I'm doing it now. I'm doing a good job.
I want to go to Solar Opposites, Season 7, Episode 2.
So remember, if you're not already, everybody in the chat, even you, Reflect the Sun, you can find and join.
Want to play
Rooftop
Too Cute,
Sports.
Season 10, Episode 1. I want to search Burn Notice, Season 9.
How is everybody?
Let's look for Penn and Teller. Tell a Lie, Season 1, Episode 7. Let's watch F Troop Season 1, Episode 10. Look for the show The Living Word with Calvary Chapel. East, please. Please find top Coppers, Season 6, Episode 3. And looks like we are back, ready to go for the second half. And this, once again, is brought to you by Modern Exterior Solutions. Modern Exterior Solutions. Get your siding, get your painting, get your house properly flipped for good quality. Because quality over quantity. Yep, as just like Hannah says, 1,300 away from the magic number to 1,300. And I'm still at 1,295. So let's keep it going, guys. You guys do off-season Mariner. I enjoy, so thank you very much. Thank you. And also, Reflect the Sun. Be there for the Mariners show next week at 6 o'clock. Be there at 6 o'clock. You are not going to want to miss this. Why? Because we're talking about the Mariners, and it's actually going to be more than just the Mariners. So be there or be square. Remember that. We got 1st and 10 so far. And now, here's Jalen Hurts, who did get the ball back, which, as if you did say that earlier, that it did happen. And now here is Hurts. He hands it off to his running back, number 0, and he actually loses yards. 6 p.m. on Monday. So be there on Monday. You're not going to want to miss it. Trust me. And now here's a 2nd and 11 for Jalen Hurts. He's got no running back working with him right now. And now here's 2nd and 11, and he is getting pressured. And here's the pass, and that's going to be incomplete. And no flags on that play at all. And thank you, Reflect the Sun. See you on Monday. Hopefully, you'll be there, and it'll be a good show. You don't want to miss it. Third and 11 for the Eagles. 16-9. Jalen Hurts is 1 for 4 on third downs. And here's his 3rd and 11. He's got no running back right next to him, and he is getting pressured immediately, and he is going to go down with a sack. And the Buccaneers will force the punt on that. Eagles are in absolute trouble.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, they are. Look at them. Look what just happened.
They're not in trouble.
I'm hopeful for the Mariners. Call me an outlier. Yeah, there are some hopefuls like Marine Layer Podcast, Mariners Mojo. They'll keep it going on their hopes. And yep, Hannah. The funny thing about Hannah, she hates everything about the Mariners, but yet she supports a Mariners fan covering the Mariners. Isn't that funny? 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay. The ball is on the 39, on their own 39. So they got good field position. And now here is a pass to their tight end, and he gets it, and that will be a 1st down. Even the world famous tush push got stopped. Animal Sanctuary, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. How you feeling about your Detroit Lions? Tell me how you feel. Tell me exactly how you feel about your Detroit Lions. Hannah Banana. What about Hannah Barbera? And I do appreciate the tolerance. Now here's a 1st and 10. Fake handoff, and here's Baker Mayfield gives it to his tight end. That's been his favorite target all day long.
He stopped him.
Cade Oten is the guy. And now we got 2nd and 7 for Baker Mayfield. Second and 7. Ball in their territory. And now here's Baker Mayfield. He's got plenty of time to pass, even with no pressure happening. Good offensive line move. And now Baker's got to get out of the pocket. And that is, and he missed it. Baker had a man open, but he missed it. Otten is Otten. His family lives about 2 miles from you, huh? Very interesting. Otten. Yep. It's not Oten. It's Otten. I got it wrong, man. 3rd and 7. The Buccaneers have got to make something happen. They got to convert, or else they're just going to keep giving the Eagles opportunities.
I'm going to say opportunity happens when
3rd and 7.
Preparation meets.
And now here is Baker Mayfield looking to pass, and he is immediately met with a sack.
Yep. Baker's
and
not
now
playing the
it
best.
Is a 4th down.
Told you. Eagles are still keeping it close. Still a 1-score game. Yeah. This goes to show you is Baker.
Now here's a 4th and 17, and they're going to punt.
Do you still believe in Baker?
Yes, I do.
All right. Is Baker your favorite player?
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And now, if you would like to get those services, give that number a call, 206-992-4465, 206-992-4465, and use the modern code, Modern Rooftop, to get 20% off of your first order. What's so funny?
It's like you know that number so well now. You're like getting better and better at knowing the number by heart.
Kanye's music, huh? That's what they're talking about. You know, Kanye, do you think he's debate? Do you think Kanye is over vilified or misunderstood?
So I have this new theory that I actually look into, which is that Kanye, Elon, and Trump. One way to say there's some of the best promotional people and marketers in the world because they're able to get themselves in the media.
Hold on. We got a 1st and 10. Hold that thought. Here's Jalen Hurts. Take notes somewhere. And now here is a pressure. And now here's Hurts. He's got some time. And now he's going to run. And that's going to be a 1st down. And he's running and he slides down. 1st and 10. 1st down for Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. One day. Here's what I want. And the flag is on the play. Got to be a holding call, in my opinion, because the offensive lineman is talking to him right there. We'll see what they say. It's a replay. Now, we knew that it was going to be a holding. Oh, that's how sleepy I am. And now here is a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. And now here's Jalen Hurts. And that's going to be, oh, wow, they're going to lose yards. And could they be pushed back for a safety? No, I don't think they pushed them back for a safety. But they still lost yards on that. Lots of yards. Animal Sanctuary, make a good point. But I will say this. I remember when I was in high school, I noticed that there was that whole interruption between like that Taylor Swift and that Kanye West thing. And then he was saying that, oh yeah, that Beyonce was better. I actually defended Kanye West for that. Now here's a 2nd and 15 for Jalen Hurts. And now it's a fake handoff, and Hurts, is he going to run? Yep, he's going to run that. He's not going to get much at all. Oh boy. I had a long day, as you can tell. Because hashtag
don't quit your day job.
That's what it is.
It's just one of the things nowadays. I think people want to create a villain out of people, and they want to cancel. Everything's about cancel culture right now. And I'm like, should we cancel everybody? Because then there'll be nothing to support. Everyone wants to make
nothing to cancel.
Negative.
3rd and 9. Jalen Hurts has got no running back right next to him. They're all going to block up the front. And now here's Hurts. He's already pressured, and that's going to be incomplete. And the Eagles are going to be forced to punt again. But the tight end was looking for some kind of a penalty. And it looks like there is a penalty. There is a penalty, a late flag on this. Way after the play, as much as I say.
Like I was saying earlier, if you heard my
pass interference on the defense, so the Eagles are still going to have an opportunity.
Like I've said before, all these calls that the refs call are subjective.
Okay, how about this? South Korea played today. They won. However, there was, hold on, 1st and 10. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Going back to the ref thing. 1st and 10. And now here is the handoff to the running back, and he gets at least a few yards. So South Korea played today. So they had 3 players that committed heavy fouls, and they were disciplined for it. So red, you know what a yellow card and red card means?
Yeah, it's like 1st infraction, 2nd infraction.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So there were 3 calls that went against Korea. No, he does not have a YouTube channel. So here's the thing. 3 of the refs were from China, and 1 of them was from Japan. Do you find that suspicious, or do you think that's just too conspiracy? Hold on. Hold that thought. 2nd and 8 for Jalen Hurts. Running back right behind them, single back formation. And now he's going to hand it to his running back, and he is going to get at least a couple yards, and that's going to be about a 3rd and 6. You were saying, Steve?
Oh, I actually do have a YouTube channel, just there's no videos on it yet. So, yes, but I do have a website. If you just type in cfilms.com, it will pop up. It is an official website. Yes. But all I'm trying to say is that some calls are subjective. When you read the rules of certain calls, they're subjective. Like what is really a catch? Because they say we have to play a football
Hold on.
move.
3rd and 6. This is Eagles' last opportunity unless they have to punt, which they hope not to do. Jalen Hurts with no running back next to him. Here's Hurts immediately pressured, and that's caught by number 14. He doesn't have much room, and that's going to be a 1-yard gain. We're talking about a 4th and 5. Chung Choi says, Korean number 1, fighting 대한민국.
Yeah.
Now, do you think they should go? They should have went for it on 4th. No, they're in their own territory, so they can't.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do it unless you're closer to the 50-yard line. But at least they got better. They got some more field position, so the team doesn't get a good field position. Tampa Bay.
Now here is a punt, and that's going to be caught, and he's going to get some running out of it, and that gets at least 10 yards on that, close to the 40. The Japan officials definitely indicate something. Yeah, Japan and China, they were trying to collude against Korea.
Okay, so here's my thing is that everybody is biased. When you choose a team, let's say when you choose a team to root for in a sporting event, you're always going to be biased based on how you think the refs are calling the game. Do you agree with that?
I'm subjective, at least in football.
But what you see what I'm saying is that like anytime you choose a team, you feel like your team's getting treated unfairly by the ref calls.
Just because of the heat of moment.
Yes, the heat of the moment. And so the question goes back to is, should the refs allow more calls to just go uncalled?
Hold on. Keep saying what you need to say. I gotta open the window.
Yeah. So
I'm burning.
Yeah. So just things like that. It's just like I've said earlier, and I was saying this earlier, is like thing is like with refs, like should more calls just go uncalled and just let the game play and stuff like that? I get some stuff for safety reasons, but look at a call like roughing the passer. If a player has forward momentum, they can't stop themselves from hitting that player. Let's say the player throws the ball and a player still has forward momentum. The question is, how many steps should you give them before to still allow them to maybe hit the quarterback? The question is, they want to protect the quarterback, but roughing the passer, I'm like, sometimes those things happen so instantly fast. They say, oh, that's roughing the passer when the guy just threw the pass, and then a second later, the guy's tackling him. They're saying, oh, you tackled him a second after the ball was there. Now you're calling that roughing the passer?
Reflect the Sun, please explain why you think the Mariners will win the World Series. I'd be very curious to know about this.
And so what I'm saying is that a lot of calls are subjective and the rulings are subjective. Like what is a catch sometimes? You know? That sometimes there is clear-cut catches and there's clear-cut not catches, but there's this thing called a playoff move into a fumble. And that gets subjective there. Everything's subjective. Mm-hmm. The city of Seattle doesn't even support the Mariners that much.
You don't think so, huh?
Think about our attendance of our games compared to other teams.
1st and 10 for Baker Mayfield, fake handoff, and he gets it to the tight end, and that's going to be at least 6 yards on that. That was to Otten. Going to look up where Kyle Otten is from. Cade Otten. Cade Otten is from Tumwater, Washington. He must have grew up as a Seahawks fan when he was a kid. He went to University of Washington, so he was a tight end for University of Washington until 2021.
Okay. Here's an interesting stat. The average attendance for a baseball game, the Mariners are at number 10. Okay. Out of what? Out of 30 teams.
2nd and 4, and here is a running breakaway, and that gets up for another 15 yards.
Mm-hmm. So they do have one of the better attendances in baseball, but still they're not in the top 5. They're number 10 on the list.
Pitching and improved offense? Please explain, because we don't have a third baseman right now, reflect the sun. Name a third baseman the Mariners have. Yeah, that's right, nobody. 1st and 10 for Baker Mayfield. They are in the Eagles' territory. That's a fake handoff, and here's Mayfield. That is caught by number 14, and that's going to be close to a first down. That was Godwin. You don't have AJ Pollock, Juan LaStella, and getting meaningful bats. I don't know.
Everything has its pros and cons.
2nd and 2. Now here's the handoff to the running back, and will that be enough for a first down? They're trying to push their way. Nope. Not going to be a first down. It's going to be about a 3rd down and short. Maybe a 3rd in inches, but definitely a short.
Mm-hmm.
The Buccaneers have definitely got to get this, because you can't just keep giving the Eagles any kind of opportunity. This Mariners talk sounds like foreign language to me. Do you think Mariners is definitely foreign language to you?
Yes. Right now, we're watching a football game. People are talking so much about the Mariners because this is it started out as a Mariners channel.
3rd and 1, and here's Baker Mayfield, and now here is overwhelming, getting sacked.
Oh wow!
Whoa!
They're out of field goal range. They're out of field goal range now.
They are out of field goal range because of that.
Again, the Eagles make a good stop, and they're getting better stops this half than they do over last half.
Oh my goodness! What
Think
a
about this. They're getting better stops than they got last half.
Philadelphia just gives every opportunity right back to Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay keeps giving the opportunity too.
I know. It's not like Tampa Bay is playing much better. Would you say Tampa Bay is playing that much better than the Eagles? Eagles are like still in this game like by a long. They're still in this game like huge.
3:52 left in this quarter, and now here's another punt. And this game has pretty much become a punt fest. And a fair catch is made by the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the quarter, we'll have another word from our sponsor. And until then.
So you see those cups on the sideline? They have those Gatorade cups. Do you think they're actually Gatorade in them, or do you think there's actually water?
No, it's Gatorade.
You think they're actually Gatorade in those Gatorade cups?
Gatorade's over. Oh, so you think it could be just water, but Gatorade's just used for advertising placement?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just wondering.
Gatorade is actually not good for you. Gatorade has sugar.
Yeah, but it's good for when you're dehydrated, like when you have
Yeah, but that's what water's for.
Well, no, they say it's like when you have stomach problems. Gatorade can be really good for that sometimes, or sparkling water.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the electrolytes.
Gatorade versus water commercial. Oh man, they don't have that. There was that Gatorade commercial that I really enjoyed a long time ago. They're comparing water versus Gatorade, and it's not there. That's unfortunate. Okay, what's this movie from? If someone put it in the chat. Gatorade H2O. Gatorade H2O. Gatorade H2O. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Well, water sucks. It really, really sucks. Yep, you are right, Water Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to end the poll.
I don't. Does anyone participate in? I don't even know whether forgot there was a poll going on.
Should the Browns regret getting rid of Baker Mayfield? 60% says no. 40% says yes.
like David article here that says Tom Brady doesn't drink Gatorade on the sideline.
I wouldn't. And now here's 1st and 10, ball on the own 10 for the Eagles. Now here's the handoff to number 14, and he gets, or he's trying to run his way out of it, and he loses yards on that. No, but I do think the Browns made a mistake getting rid of Baker Mayfield. I don't think Deshaun Watson was going to be the answer. Plus, he's eating up all that cap space.
Well, he hasn't really played much the last 2 seasons anyway.
Because he was injured. He's kind of checked out.
Well, no, he had 11-game suspension. Then he was then he got injured this year. But the other thing was they said the games he's played, he has done well, but he's played very few games. So
2nd and 16. Jalen Hurts is at his own end zone. He cannot afford to suffer a safety on this. There's no room for error on this. 2nd and 16. And here's Jalen Hurts, got some time. And now here's the pass. And is that a completed pass? We're looking at 3rd down. I think that was incomplete. Or it could have been complete. They're going to take a look at it.
Check the feet here. Check the feet.
Nope, they gave it to him. 3rd and 6. The Eagles really got to get this.
Yep, this is huge.
And now here's Jalen Hurts. He's looking to pass. He's already pressured. And he's going to get sacked. And that is going to be, is that a safety? I think that is, nope, that is incomplete. Jalen Hurts got rid of it just in time. They're conversing to see what's going on. It looks like there's a flag on the play.
What's the flag about?
Intentional grounding. It's a safety. It's a safety.
Wow. Jalen Hurts is falling apart bad this playoff.
I thought he should have been down already anyway. Eagles don't have a 1st-round pick, or the Browns? Yeah, Browns don't have a 1st-round pick, I think.
The
Moneyball exec Paul De Podesta has done a great job helping build an excellent LOS, but that QB signing was a head scratcher. I didn't like that idea either. And they gave up 1st-round picks for that. We are now looking at 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in this game. Quarter.
Game.
Quarter.
You caught yourself. Oh, I was about to get on you.
As you should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's only the 3rd quarter. There's still a whole quarter. The Eagles could still win this game. Tampa Bay could fall apart, or Tampa Bay could win this game by a mile. We don't know yet.
I think I have the idea. Now here is the punt. And that's going to be caught. And it's now going to the 20 and already probably the 30. And he is going into the 35. And he still breaks away and gets up to the 40. And this game continues to be an embarrassment for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's only falling apart for the Eagles.
Yeah. But here's the thing is, baseball, dirty baseball. Jalen Hurts is kind of overrated. Here's the thing about it. You could consider any player overrated or underrated based on what stats you pull out and talk about. You could argue that Tom Brady is slightly overrated because he doesn't have any feet. He's not a good runner. You could say that about, so you could say, well, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but he had no feet. That's always going to be an argument.
1st and 10. And now here is the handoff to the running back, and he is going to get at least 5 yards on that.
Yeah. So it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Is you can make an argument for any player and say, hey, this player is better or worse based on a certain period of time and based on a certain time frame. Like last year, Jalen Hurts had a great season, went on a great run, had great things. Now he's having an off season, just like that. A lot of people were dissing on last season. A lot of people were dissing on Russell Wilson for how bad he played. But then this year, Russell Wilson had a better season. He had a lot more touchdowns. He was one of the top touchdown passers this season.
2nd and 4. And here's Baker Mayfield with a pass, and that is caught, and that's going to be a first down. And he breaks away, and he is still going. He is going ablaze at the speed, the 20, the 10, and that is a touchdown for the Buccaneers. And they have just broken this game open.
Yes, it is finally broken open.
Yep. And just like you said just a few minutes ago, you thought that there may have been a chance, but then you also said, oh, I don't know.
But like I said before, the Eagles were doing just enough on defense to keep this game close. Think about it. You see, remember what I was saying, Rooftop Sports? I said it's the defense was keeping this game close. Remember that?
Yep. But no one really forgot to mention that. But also don't forget the Eagles have a very banged up team.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is for the PAT. And the kick is up. And that is good. That is going right through the uprights.
Mm-hmm. I think they should get rid of the kick, the extra point kicks. I think they should get rid of that.
Why, it should be the XFL way?
XFL rules. I want XFL rules for the extra
Isn't
point.
it sad that we don't have an XFL team anymore?
I understand why travel time and games are on Thursdays. Because really, do you really want to have to travel from Texas? The closest team would be like St. Louis to us. Or, you know what I mean? St. Louis would be the closest team to us. Do you really want them to travel that far?
I guess not.
So I get it. I understand. But hey, if the XFL, it's called the United Football League, the UFL. If it's successful, maybe in a couple of years they'll have some expansion teams. Will they go more west?
Go west, life is peaceful there. Go west. Wait, I gotta sing that. Now you're making me sing "Go West."
I don't know that song.
It's the Pet Shop, and someone can give me the name of the artist other than Village People.
Well, I think the NFL needs to change their divisions, redo the divisions.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Together, we will go our way. Together, we will leave someday. Together, your hand in my hand. Together, we will make our plans. Together, we will fly so high. Together, tell our friends goodbye. Together, we will start life new. Together, this is what we'll do. Go west, life is peaceful there. Go west in the open air. Go west where the skies are blue. Go west, this is what we're gonna do. Together, we will love the beach. Together, we will learn and teach. Together, change our pace of life. Together, we will work and strive. I love you. I know you love me. I want you. How could I disagree? So that's why I make no protest when you say you will do the rest. Okay, the other half of the song's going to happen. What? My singing is bad? No, it was the Pet Shop Boys. Other than Village People, it was the Pet Shop Boys. And Hannah says my singing is really bad. Stick to your day job. They're all making fun of my singing. And now here's a kick return attempt by the Eagles.
I'm more of a rapper.
Oh no. There went all the likes. Oh great. Looks like my YouTube is coming to an end, isn't it? Epic C Films. I mean, was the singing cringe?
Hey, I think people just want to find things to diss on. Hey, we should think more positively about things and stuff like that. At least the Rooftop Sports try.
Think more.
At least you try.
Oh, a positiveness. Oh, you want positiveness? Oh, here it is.
All right, guys. Goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
I'm just saying.
And now
at
here's
least
a
you
first
try.
and 10 for
How many of
Jalen
you-
Hurts.
How many of you in the chat would have tried to sing on camera?
First and
Live.
10. And now here is the handoff. And that's going to be a little bit of a breakaway. And he is still going. And that's getting close to the Tampa Bay territory.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, not too bad, Roof. Could you do better? Okay. I'm going to do another quick poll. Do you want me to finish? And now here is a handoff. And that's going to be okay. Not much at all. All right, did you a poll? And by the end, but before commercial break, if it says yes, I will complete the song. So there's a poll. Go ahead and fill it out. 2nd and 10. And now here is Jalen Hurts. Here's a hard throw, and that's going to be caught by number 6. And that is getting into the Tampa Bay territory. Jalen Hurts, when he's not being surrounded with superstars, is Jamarcus Russell. Okay, here's my thing. Do you think Jamarcus Russell would have done well with weapons? Epic C Films, do you think he would have done well with those weapons?
Who's Jamarcus Russell? That's how little I know.
Oh, it says do the other half. Let's see what the poll says. Well, it'll depend on what it says. End poll. And the survey says 50%. You guys left me in a very awkward situation. So
Well, I never voted. Do you want my tiebreaker vote?
yes, I want the tiebreaker vote. Epic C Films, what do you say?
Do it.
Oh no. All right, let's do this. Go west, life is peaceful there. Go west in the open air. Go west, baby, you and me. Go west, this is our destiny. Go west, sun in winter time. Go west, we will do just fine. Go west, where the skies are blue. Go west, this is what we're gonna do. There will go west, there where the air is free. Will be what I lost. We'll find our promise. Okay, this is not familiar. Will be what we to be now if we want to make our stand. We'll find our promised land. There are many ways to live here in the sun. I forgot how to do this. Together, we will find a place to settle where there's so much space. Without rush, there is pace back east. The hustling to just freed. I know I'm in, ready to leave too. So that's what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is go west. Life is peaceful there. Go west. They're in the open air. Go west. Where the skies are blue. Go west. This is what we're gonna do. Life is peaceful there. Go west. In the open air, go west, baby, you and me, go west. This is our destiny. Come on, go west. And that's the end. My voice died so much, but it got me up to 10 views of concurrence.
Oh, the West is the best. You can rest in the West.
Oh my God. Yeah. 1st and 10 for Jalen Hurts. And now here is the big pass, and that's going to be way out of bounds. Oh, look, my other graphic designer, he says I suck.
What? The West Coast is the best coast.
Oh God.
You can rest in the West because it's the best.
Look at all the comments sounding holy. I like the first half better. Snapping fingers now. Big C Films wanted this. Relax the throw. Go.
Do you like Zest? Or do you like... Or
Hey, how's it going, Andy? Yeah, we're going good, man. And 2nd and 10, and here is Jalen Hurts, and here is the pass, and that is caught. We gotta sing together sometime, see films for a commercial, I guess. Maybe someday we'll do like an NBA game, but apparently people like my singing because my views went up.
Yes.
Wait. Do I get at least a tip for this? 1st and 10. And now here is a run of nothing.
Some people are blessed to be in the West.
Oh, stop it. You're done. Second and 12.
I hear a call for a ball.
25-9. The
I'm
Buccaneers
not
are
at a
still up.
ball.
And now here is the throw to Dallas Goedert, and that's going to be 3rd down. Tip, more Folesto. I would rather hear... Okay, how about this? Roseanne... Wait, what's her name? Roseanne something. I forgot her name.
Roseanne
who did
Barr?
the national... Okay, Roseanne Barr or myself? Are you going to stream any spring training games? Yeah, if it wasn't for my don't quit your day job situation, absolutely would have done as much as I could, but there's not going to be enough night games. So unfortunately, probably not.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely planning to do a lot more Mariners games. Depending on my work schedule, I'm projected to do a lot more. 2nd and 17. Hopefully the more consistency will lead to more, this.
So some players fall when they try to catch a ball.
Stop. Okay, I'm going to add a poll.
You don't like my rhyming?
Who would you rather see sing?
Chat room.
Rooftop Sports.
Do you like my ball? Do you like my rhyming? Somebody
All right.
likes my rhyming.
Poll's just started. Type her name into YouTube and just watch any of her matches. Rooftop woke up at 3 a.m., went to work, and is streaming a night game. Respect. Thank you, Christian.
Yeah.
I'm definitely starring that one. I wish there was a way I could reward you for that.
Yeah.
2nd and 22. And Christian, there is more to that. For the next commercial break, I will definitely tell you what exactly went down between work and this game.
Mhm.
So here's a 2nd and 22. And now here is Jalen Hurts already pressured, and that's going to be caught. And yikes. It's going to be like a 3rd and like a 20.
Mm.
And I will end the polls before we get to the commercial break.
Okay.
Roseanne Barr was the one who sang the national anthem like this. And the home of the... She literally sang like that. It was pretty cringe.
When most players fall, they do not fall on a wall.
Some players fall while catching a ball, and it's annoying at the mall. 3rd and 21. At least the Eagles are somewhat in field goal range.
Yes.
And now here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to look to pass, and he is going. Here it is, and that is going to be caught. And I think that's just going to be settled for a field goal. I mean, what do you do in this Epic C Films with a 4th down, but you're not on inches? Do you just take the 3 points, or do you take the risk?
Go for it. Go for it. Risk it.
This is Mr. Go for it.
Risk it for the biscuit. And I'm not talking about those biscuits that are crunchy. I like those biscuits that are fluffy.
Epic C Films, this is exactly how I feel about the jokes. Ready? And now here is a 40-yard field goal attempt. And now here is the kick. and that will go right through. And looks like we got a flag on the play. What is going on right now? And Epic C films your face,
No, sorry.
Oh, looks like we got an offsides call.
On who? Is it on Tampa Bay again?
It's on Tampa Bay. Went offsides.
Wow. I'm just trying to lighten up the place. Trying to add some, just lighten it up, the mood. So do you go for it now? Or do you kick
I don't know.
goal?
She grabbed her crotch and spit on the ground. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Spitting on the ground was another thing.
What's really interesting about it, they call it football, but some are saying like, well, it's like, should it be called football? But no one ever really gives a good like alternative name for the game.
4th and 5, and Jalen Hurts is going for it. The Eagles are going for it. They'd rather take the risk, don't they?
Yeah.
And now here's Jalen Hurts is getting pressured immediately, and here is the pass, and that's going to be incomplete. And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on possession. Unbelievable. This is just not the Eagles' day, isn't it?
This is not. But if you look at this, does Tampa Bay look that much better? Are they really playing that much better than the Eagles? Like, 'cause I would say Tampa Bay is not playing a great game. The Eagles are just playing worse.
Eagles are just playing poorly.
Yes. Because you can't say that the Tampa Bay looks like a Super Bowl winning team. They don't.
Not at all. Not even close.
Like, based on this game alone, they look like mediocre at best.
Oh yeah, are you guys ready now?
Okay.
So first, I woke up at 2:45 a.m. to get ready for the game. Then I did the game. And then I took another nap after the game was over. So I had maybe about an hour of a nap. And then I had to go to a dentist appointment at 8 o'clock. But guess what? It got canceled because of the cold weather. I guess it just screwed up a lot of their electricity and staffing, I guess. But that was okay because I went to McDonald's to have a sausage, 2 pieces of sausage because I didn't have time to eat breakfast. So I edited those videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those were all the YouTube shorts. But guess what happened to all of them? One of them got copyrighted. So I can't use them anymore. Then I go to the chiropractor. That was actually pretty good. Like when I got you can actually feel it felt so good. And then when you did this, I was like, oh my God, that felt so good. Then I went out to eat some lunch. I had a corn dog, cheese with Doritos spicy stuff around it. It was awesome. Then there was the open house. Only one person showed up. And this was for real estate. And then after that, I had to fix a light lamp because in the primary bedroom because it was hanging. So I called up a contractor to fix it. Then after that was over, I went straight home and I was expecting, and you were expecting, to just completely just relax, have a nice little nap. And then what happens? Client goes, can I see this house within the next 30 minutes? I did that. And to be continued. 25-9. Here's Baker Mayfield. He's got no running backs. And now here's the pass. And that's going to be a first down. And he's still running. And that's now into Tampa Bay territory. Pretty sure it's in Tampa Bay's territory. No, I don't think it is. No, it's not. No. So I had to go another 30-minute drive to show them a house. They spent like 30 good minutes of it. So that forced me to be late for this show. Luckily, there wasn't not much really happened in the game other than I missed a touchdown and all these technical difficulties. And now here I am doing a show.
Mm-hmm. Do you think a better name for football would have been pass ball?
No.
What would you call it then?
Ending the poll. So who won? Was it Roseanne Barr? I actually won. Out of 6 votes, I beat Roseanne Barr 83 to 16%. McDonald's has Mr. Ronald McDonald, whose face and plastic surgery got remodeled. Now he looks like a model, straight out of a Diet Coke bottle. True dedication, all in the name of growing this channel.
Like people in the chat, what do you think would be good alternative names if they had to change the name of football?
We got 2nd and 5. Someone was gonna vote for that. Maybe rooftop ball. And now that is going for 3rd down and 3 or 3rd down and 4.
Like that'd be a weird name. Shove ball,
Tackle ball.
tackle ball. Yeah. Okay, I kind of get handball. There's also another sport called handball. There's actually a sport called handball. It's like played on a half basketball court or something like that, or like a basketball court. It's like they pass a ball around. It's like round or something like that, or off round. It's like
who knows. 3rd and 4, and here's Baker Mayfield. Here's the pass, and that is complete, and that should be a 1st down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, handball's already taken for another sport.
Football has the oval ball. How about pigskin ball?
No, because the balls are not made out of pigskin anymore.
Didn't they used to be made of pigskin?
I think they might have used to been, yeah.
What are footballs made of now? Cowhide leather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But where do you get the leather from?
Cowhide.
Animal skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So either way, you're not saving anyone. You're just saving a pig, but you're still not saving like a horse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So maybe it should be called cow ball. And looks like we got a holding play. By the way, do you like the multiple colors I use? Like, do you think this is an upgrade where I use the Eagles color and the Buccaneers color?
Yeah, that's a nice upgrade.
Well, let's take a look at it. What do you think is better, you guys? Here's what I used to do a long time ago, and now here it is now. And now here's a 1st and 20, and here's a big pass from Baker Mayfield, caught by Mike Evans. I wonder if that's an incomplete pass considered because he went out of bounds, maybe. No, that's gonna be almost be a 1st down.
Okay. So some people will add the word gridiron and call it gridiron football, but like it's football is in the name of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's a 2nd and 1, and that is going right through, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mike Evans, 762 receptions, 680 yards, 94 touchdown receptions. 2nd place is Chris Godwin. Don't forget Keyshawn Johnson was also a solid receiver.
Well, an interesting thing to note is what's more important, total numbers or average per season?
Average. Here's a 1st and 10, and now here is a handoff, and maybe he got a gain out of that. Football should be called cowball. That's the vote. All of them people voted at the mall, but judges made a vote hall, but people couldn't vote because they were in Nepal and Montreal.
They're just still trying to rhyme. Yeah, but the thing about it is, I think totally. Just here's the thing about it. Averages. Here's a good argument. If you ever know him in basketball, there is Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson only played like 13 seasons. A lot of players, some really good players, play like 18 to 20 seasons. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, it's like his averages per season were good, but he didn't have as much total stats as a lot of other players because he didn't play the extra 5 years. So sometimes total matters because total plays into the factor of what. Think about this: health. The more games you play, the more healthy you'll be.
Yeah. More games you play, more healthy you'll be.
That means you're more healthier over your career if you played more games in a certain period of time. So, like, that's one of the things like they always talk about, like Russell Wilson. He played a lot of games in his career. That's why his stats in some areas are very high.
2nd and 9. And now here is a pass, and that is caught by Mike Evans, and that should be a first down right there. Okay, let me sing this in rapid form. Football should be called now cow ball. That's the vote all of them people voted at the mall, but the judges made a vote at Vote Hall, but people couldn't vote because they were in Nepal and Montreal.
Oh man!
And I guess this is exactly how I would rate my rapping.
I actually have wrote my own rap songs. I have rap videos. Remember from college?
Do you still have those videos?
Yeah, I do.
Send them over to me on the Google Drive because I want to play it when I have the opportunity. Do you think Joe Buck and Troy Aikman get a lot of hate? 3rd and 1. And now here's Baker Mayfield, hands it to his running back, and that's going to go right through for the first down. And this game is turning into a total annihilation.
Well, the other question is like, what celebrity gets no flack? People even diss on Taylor Swift, and she's considered supposed to be very popular and very liked, but there's still people who diss on her. And some people are wondering why she even shows up for the football games.
Oh no, he's about to rap about Joe Flacco. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Joe Flacco played like Blacko. Played like Sucko.
Joe Flacco. His name Joe, who isn't Mo. Who has toes?
No, that doesn't work.
It's like
1st and 10.
Joe has toes. His name ain't
And now
Mo.
here's the handoff. And that's going to be just a little bit, and that's going to be about 4 yards. They didn't Flacco around and find out after all. We're rapping about Andy Dalton.
Joe has toes. But they're not a foe. Their name ain't Mo. They are Joe, who has toes. my Joe rap.
2nd and 6. And now here is a run. And that's going to be about a 2nd and 10. That is going back, but at least the Buccaneers are in field goal range. So you would think that worst case scenario, they'll just kick the field goal.
There's a bin made of tin. Is that a win? There's a bin made of tin. Is that a win for the bin or for the tin? Look, somebody's
3rd and 7. Someone's hurt.
Somebody's cry laughing in the chat. They're saying, "Look, reflect the sun's cry laughing." Mm-hmm.
So much of screaming on that tennis play that Hannah sent me.
Mm.
Oh, I gotta do this, by the way. I totally forgot.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there is a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And once again, if you need those kind of services, here is the following information. 206-992-4465, 206-992-4465, and use the promo code Modern Rooftop to get 20% off of your first use. I said what I said. Darius Slay looks like he made a tackle. It seemed to have hurt. Oh, ow. Ooh, not good. But yeah, surprisingly, I somehow had 8 concurrent viewers by Twitter for my soccer game that I did this morning. Oh, looks like we got a carting out job. I wonder what this injury is all about. Whatever it is, it does not look good. And they're back to another commercial break. Now it's dead quiet. Wonder what else we can talk about. Now they're talking about the commercial where they're merging the XFL.
Oh, well, here's an interesting thing. If you talk about like an actual fight, what would win in a fight? A Buccaneer or an Eagle?
Probably a Buccaneer.
You think so? Why? You think they would stab him with their sword?
Oh, here it is. Here's a wrap. Andy Dalton has never been faulting. He's just balling. He hikes. And the ball goes hauling. And his receivers are all in when he jukes the defenders. All falling apart. All falling. After a game, he's got his girl calling. Okay. I did rap for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's a 3rd and 7 for Baker Mayfield. An opportunity to really break this open or just to score maybe 3 more points. Now here's Baker's already getting blitzed, and now here is the pass, and that is caught for a touchdown. And Chris Godwin makes the catch. I was kind of shocked on that. I didn't even know where that ball was going. The camera angles was very misleading, but that's a 23-yard touchdown thrown by Baker Mayfield. And look at those paper bags by Eagles fans. Wow. Eagles fans really show their loyalty. They're embarrassed to be Eagles fans right now. $31-9. With the PAT, it's gonna be 32-9. Here's the kick, and it is good. Oh boy. 337 yards for Baker Mayfield, 3 touchdowns, 22 of 36 on the throw. Chris Godwin, he kind of ran not really much of a route. No, he actually faked him out. That was caught for a touchdown. Let Mayfield bake. Huh. Now you're going to rap about Baker Mayfield, aren't you? And now here is the kickoff with less than 6 minutes left. I think the Eagles have pretty much lost this game. Do you see any kind of a comeback for the Eagles possible, Epic C Films?
Not right now. I think the game's kind of getting out of reach. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't quit your day job situation. I will totally be down to do the Super Bowl. But hey, there's a hashtag for a reason. Hashtag?
Don't quit your day job.
Yep, unfortunately. Now here is a 1st and 10. And now here is Jalen Hurts. And now here's the pass. And that is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. Now I'm looking up this Instagram post that this game has just been going. It's all right. Maybe rap about Eagles' pathetic performance of the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be interested to see that. But actually, since you've been having me rap quite a bit, I will only rap the next going forward if you donate. Sorry. You're going to have to donate. Then I'll do it. Here's 2nd and 17. And here is Jalen Hurts looking for the pass. And that is going to be caught. And it's going to be not much yards. So, yeah, I'm not going to sing raps unless you make a donation. So make it convincing for me. Otherwise, you're going to be disappointed that I ain't rapping. 3rd and 8. Eagles have been 0 for 8 on third downs. And now here is Hurts looking for pass, and that's going to be caught for a 1st down. And that's the first down, 3rd down conversion. And it looks like we got a flag on the play, and Dallas Goedert is out. He's down on the play right now. He is shaken up. And he's in massive pain right now. We're going to see what this is all about. Oh, pass interference on the offense. Can this get any worse for the Eagles? Yes, it can. And what an injury that it really hurts. Hey, Epic C Films, have you had a chiropractor before? All right, here I see the rap, but here's the thing. I ain't singing it unless I get a donation. So don't bother. I'll start for now. You're muted.
Baker Mayfield was a captain.
Now here's 3rd and 18 for Jalen Hurts.
As a captain.
3rd and 18. Can they get something done? Now here's Jalen Hurts looking for a pass, and that is complete. And that is going to be a 4th down. All I can say is, remember when Patrick Star from SpongeBob goes, "That's not what he wanted to cook," or shall I say, "That's not what he wanted to cook." That's not what he wanted to cook. And now here's Jalen Hurts. Now here's the pass, and that's going to be caught. And obviously that's going to be a turnover. And with the Eagles having no timeouts, this is pretty much going to be a knee job. I think they're just going to knee this out. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be advancing to the divisional round of the playoffs. Any takeaways from this, Epic C Films?
So I think it's just in this game. I think what happened was that I think the Philadelphia Eagles just played bad. I think they played a poor game. I think that was kind of like one thing I noticed in this game was that they kind of did it to themselves. They played decent enough to keep themselves in this game, but decent enough compared to their opponent. Because what happened was for almost 3 quarters, they were within striking distance to win this game. Think about it. Their defense was causing a lot of basically like either outs. They were not getting any score. Tampa Bay was not getting any score. But the other thing I would say beyond that is that the big thing I noticed was that they either got no score or they got 3 points. They weren't getting many touchdowns. They only got before the big run they went on, they only had like 1 touchdown in the first half. And the other team, it was like 16-9. And so
there were opportunities, but it was blown.
And what happened is at the end, they kind of just gave this game away. I think the Eagles gave this game away more than you think. I think towards the end, they started just giving it away to the Tampa Bay. I don't think Tampa Bay played great. They played okay. If Tampa Bay plays this going forward, they're not going to win more games. They're losing.
Oh, Super Bowl losing curse is a thing.
So I think they're going to be losing to Detroit next game. What do you think?
Yeah, I would think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think Detroit's got it.
Detroit's been playing a lot better ball, a lot better football. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of my takeaways.
The Animal Sanctuary for the Lions game. Let me take a look at where I'm at on my scheduling. Until then, please enjoy this advertisement.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
(206-992-4465) 206-992-4465. Promo code is Modern Rooftop. And also, Animal Sanctuaries. Can I do the Lions game? I cannot guarantee that. I think it's gonna be a Sunday, so we'll see. In Epic C Films, if I could do it, would you do it?
Well, next Sunday, I might be able to do it. I don't know yet.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
JP's Suckadelphia Eagles. Yep, that's for sure. Still at $12.95 subscribers. Help me get to the 13.
Mm-hmm.
Cry, Eagles, cry. Taco Bell, the last thing you need.
Taco Bell is so popular, and I just like some of
It's
these
not
places
even that good. Taco Bell's awful.
McDonald's and Taco Bell are very popular, and they're not great food. Even when you think about the low end like pizza places,
And they're not even that cheap either.
And Pizza Hut and Domino's isn't that cheap either, and they're not that great of food. Like when I go to like the airport, I always stop at. I think one of the best bangs for your buck is actually going to Qdoba.
Probably, yeah.
You know,
JP's think Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, and here is nope, nothing happening on that.
If the Chiefs get through Buffalo, like I think the Chiefs, because really the Chiefs' competition are the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens. If they can get through those two teams, they're back in the Super Bowl. They need 2 more wins and they're back yet. And like we've known this. Think about this. Patrick Mahomes has the best chance of catching Tom Brady's record.
You think so?
Yes. Think about it. How many years he's been in the league? What, 5, 6 years now? And he's already been in the playoff. What?
Since 2017.
Okay, so that's 6 years. So this is his 6th season, and he's been in the.
Here's a 4th and 6, and that's going to wind down the clock. Or no, going to stop the clock because of a turnover. So it's up to. I wonder if Jalen Hurts is going to play, or if they're going. And look at that! All the Buccaneer fans have already left. What? Don't you want to stay for your team? I guess not. They gotta go home.
Yeah, because think about this. At the end of the day, if he's been in the league, this is his 6th year. In his first 5 years, he made the playoff. He went to the Super Bowl 3 times already and won 2 already. Think about that trend. If he does that in the next 5 years, let's say in the next 5 years, he also does the same trend. That'll be 4 in 5 years. If he plays 15 years, that's 6. That's 6 championships he could potentially have if he goes to the Super Bowl every 5 years and wins at least 2 of them. Guess what? That's 6. He could do it at the rate he's going. Think about it.
We're looking at a 1st and 10, and now they're playing their backup quarterback, and the clock is just going to keep running down. Time is running out for the Eagles, and that is Kyle Trask, who was in. So we got 49ers and Green Bay, Lions and Buccaneers, Chiefs and Buffalo Bills, Texans and the Ravens. So I'm going to choose, okay, Ravens or Texans?
Ravens.
Bills or Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Lions or Buccaneers?
Lions.
Packers or 49ers?
49ers.
And now here's the handoff. And that's another few more yards. And I think that's going to do it. That should do it. And the Philadelphia Eagles have been eliminated as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are advancing to the 2nd round of the playoffs, and they will take on the Detroit Lions. And congratulations to Baker Mayfield, as he will take this team into the next round. And the last time he went to divisional round was 2020 when he played for the Cleveland Browns. And what a finish this is. What a finish this has been for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And unfortunately, what a downfall of the season the Eagles had. They had a 10-1 start, and then they just had this massive meltdown.
Yep. That happens.
And some would arguably say the Seahawks started it, but it all started in San Francisco when they lost to San Francisco at home. Then they lost to the Cowboys, lost to the Seahawks, barely beat the Giants, lost to the Cardinals, and lost to the Giants. This game is unfortunately over. Mayfield reminds you of Hasselbeck, huh? We want the ball and we're going to score. Again, Animal Sanctuary. If you want me to wrap, someone's got to make a donation. Baker Mayfield play very well. scored 3 touchdowns. And what was your favorite part of the game, Epic Sea Films?
My favorite part of the game wasn't that exciting. I don't think that was a really exciting game.
It was a
There
pretty
was
sloppy
one there,
game.
there was one big explosive play by I thought that was kind of cool by Jalen Hurts, but and then Baker played decent, and I'm like, there was nothing exciting about the game. There wasn't even anything controversial about the game or about the refs at all. So there was nothing that actually has things to talk about. Like, what would you talk about this game?
Not much at all. It was pretty much like a snore fest.
It was. It was like the least exciting game of all the first round of the playoffs, the divisional round, or what do you call it? The wild card round, you call it? Yeah.
Wild card round, yeah.
Yeah. It was that uneventful. Would you say?
It was pretty uneventful, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see.
CJ Stroud is more of a franchise quarterback than Tua. Yeah, ain't wrong.
Tua just gets injured too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing about quarterbacks nowadays. It's like all these quarterbacks, it's kind of like arbitrary. It's like, okay, it's like people are saying the new theory is the next man up. The next quarterback up just gets paid more than the last quarterback, even if they have less success. Think about it.
I guess so.
I'm thinking who this offseason has a contract? Who's going to get paid the next big money? Who's a free agent? They're just going to get a ton more money.
It's true.
Because think about it. If you're a quarterback that just keeps making the playoffs, you're basically going to get paid money.
That is true. Daniel Jones got lucky. He made it to the playoffs once, and he got paid pretty big contract money.
Yeah, I'm like, that's all you have to do. Look at you make the playoffs one time in your career. Like people will diss on you and look at this. They'll still pay him. Like, look at Trevor Lawrence in a couple years. He's gonna get paid a whole bunch of money, even though he's only made the playoffs one time in his career.
I see.
Look at Justin Fields and all those other guys. They're eventually gonna get paid some money. Yeah.
And you think Chiefs will beat the Bill? Because Chiefs can also handle the cold weather, can they?
Mm-hmm.
That's possible. Stroud is a rookie, JP. Yes. Now, last call. It's gonna be the last few minutes of this show. I'll wrap Animal Sanctuary stuff. If anyone chips in a kind of a donation, I'm not asking for a certain amount. Just whatever you can give me, I'll do it. It'll be the Baker Mayfield wrap is what I want to do. But I can't do it until I get paid. Now let's try to explain how else this game went. If I have any 5-minute clips, this is probably how the Eagles are feeling right now. No! That's exactly how they would feel. Ravens and beats the 49ers in the Super Bowl, huh? So no revenge for the 49ers, eh? And for the Cowboys, here's how you wanted to feel.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
In reality, this is what the Cowboys got.
What did you hear about the Cowboys? So Dak's contract ends after the next season.
Wow.
Do you think he deserves to now be in the $50 million club or whatever it is for payment?
No.
But he's the next quarterback up. That's kind of a big name quarterback. Do you think
he can't get it done in the playoffs?
But do you think the Cowboys are going to pay him $50 million? Look at Lamar Jackson. He didn't do well in the playoffs, and they still paid him $50 million a year.
Yeah, they're still going to pay him.
So think about it. would you not pay him just because it's so crazy? You can get paid just based on your regular season success.
Dak Prescott was
fair?
a 4th-round pick.
Is that fair? Should you get paid based on should your regular season record matter? I think did you know Baker Mayfield made like $1 million for making the playoffs this year or something like that? He got like a bonus.
He got a pretty nice bonus, I will say.
But you see, no, some players got paid more than that. It was something like ridiculous, like all these bonuses teams will give out for making playoffs. But that's the thing isn't that crazy to think? It's like if you're just a good quarterback and keep making playoffs every year, they will pay you money even if you never win a Super Bowl. Who's the highest paid quarterback in the league right now?
Lamar Jackson, I think. Let me take a look. Or Pat Mahomes, maybe.
No.
Highest paid quarterback.
Will surprise you.
Joe Flacco?
No, it's not Joe Flacco.
Joe Burrow.
No. It's like, I think the highest paid quarterback was like Justin Herbert. I thought it was.
No, Pat Mahomes got a 10. Here's the list.
Yeah.
Okay. Pat Mahomes, 10 years for $450.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow, 5 years for $275. Herbert, 5 years for $262. So Mahomes makes $45 million a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
$262. Oh wow, Herbert makes $52 million a year.
Told you, Herbert's the number one highest paid quarterback.
It's Justin Herbert. It's Justin Herbert.
Yeah. Is Justin Herbert worth the money? Should he be the highest paid quarterback?
He is good.
But look at how much cheaper they're getting Pat Mahomes because he signed a contract like 3 years ago.
Dak Prescott's 40.
Yeah.
So Dak Prescott's going to get into the 50s for sure.
And look at this. Look at this. Patrick Mahomes signed a contract like 3 years ago or something like that for that 10-year deal. Do you think he's getting screwed?
It's definitely a bargain for the Chiefs at this point.
The Chiefs are basically getting a bargain for one of the best quarterbacks arguably the number one quarterback in the league. And like,
I wonder if any of that contract is deferred.
Yeah, but isn't that crazy to think?
It is very crazy.
Herbert is the number one, the highest paid quarterback. Does he deserve it?
Pat Mahomes contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy to think.
16 million of it is guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Chiefs got a really good bargain on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying it's like you don't even have to, you could just make the playoffs a couple times in your career, and all of a sudden you're now considered a $50 million quarterback for making the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess so. Kyler Murray got $235 for a 5.
Yeah, and he's done since he had that good run where he won 8 games in a row. His first that one season he 8-0 or something like that. He basically's fallen apart.
I knew Kyler Murray wasn't going to be that great.
But he had that one good run, and they made the playoffs. Remember that?
1.
He's had, I think, 2 maybe, but out of his whole career. But still, he hasn't done much in the last few years. He got injured.
He did.
So you're going to blame it on injuries? We're going to say they're going to turn around next year and actually win more games.
His work ethic's pretty lacking too. Dodgers would need every All-Star in the MLB, and they would still lose to NL West runners up in the NLDS. Yeah, pretty much. But I think this is going to do it. I think I'm look at me. I'm just tired. Like I got to get some sleep. I am worn out. Look at a day I had. It was first covering the Asian Cup game. Then it was a dentist appointment. Then that was canceled. Then I edited videos. Then I went to a chiropractor. Then what did I do next after that? Went to an open house, went back home, did another tour, and then did this games. Yes, Animal Sanctuary. What do you want? What do you want? Before I go, what? What do you want from me? Okay, you make one more rap, but I'm only going to read it. I'll read it. But if you want me to sing it, well, okay. If you want me to...
You don't sing raps, you rap raps. You don't sing raps, you rap raps.
You rap. No, but if you want me to... okay, what do you guys want me to stay for? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? You guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You guys got nothing. Oh, I get it. Rockabye baby, rockabye baby. Well, that's not rapping, so. Oh yeah, rockabye baby. That ain't rapping. Rapping costs money.
Okay.
Who's your
Anything
Super Bowl
else?
fave? 49ers.
I'm going with
Rockabye
Kansas City
baby.
Chiefs.
I'm going with the 49ers.
I like the Chiefs.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it. Thank you very much for being part of this show. Thank you for being so flexible with the fact that I was late to the show once again.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, thank you. Once again, thank you.
Thank you.
If you haven't done yet, hit that subscribe button, like, whatever you can do. And Epic Sea Films, got any last minute advice for everyone?
Yes. Don't
Okay,
drink.
wait. Dirty baseball. What? What
Don't
is
drink.
it, buddy? He's got something that he wants to say.
What is it?
Hey, what am I waiting for? Make it. It better be good. Monday, 6 p.m. Mariners. Yep, I will be doing a Mariners show. Mariners projections around maybe all those acquisitions they made. It made me go that the Mariners will go around 70 wins to around maybe the low 80s to mid 80s at best. So that's where I'm at with the Mariners. Any other questions before I go? Because I'd like to.
Don't quit your day job.
Don't even remind me.
Okay.
Oh man, these guys are making me wait. What?
Hashtag don't smoke. If you want to live longer, hashtag don't drink.
Since it's MLK Day, you have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the Lions will win a Super Bowl, huh? Well, here's another quote I know of. Definitely don't drink during your day job.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? Super Bowl. Lions play Kansas City. Kansas City wins.
That was the first game, and that'd be the last game. And imagine we both do that together.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we're saying goodnight. Yeah. And once again, thank you very much for being part of this show. I really enjoyed it. Epic Sea Films enjoyed it. Everyone have a good night. And
hashtag Rooftop Sports.
Hashtag Rooftop Sports. All right. Good night, everyone.